Hate me if you want. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I won't change who I am just to fit through your door. It is what it is. I made peace with that. 0 fucks to give. And I'm not looking back. I don't care. You can talk all night when I'm not around. I'm staying busy building something real on solid ground. I'd rather stand alone with my truth intact than bend my spine again just to earn you back. I don't care. Every scar I earn reminds me what's real. Every lesson learned cost blood and years. I don't hate nobody, I just don't pretend. I learn where I stop and where I am. Hate me if you want, it's fine with me. My hands stay dirty, my mind stays free. It is what it is, I won't explain that shit. 0 fucks to give, yeah, I live with it. I didn't lose my heart, I just drew the line. And for the first damn time, life is mine. Hate me if you want. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I won't change who I am just to fit through your door. It is what it is. I made peace with that. 0 fucks to give. And I'm not looking back. I don't care. You can talk all night when I'm not around. I'm staying busy building something real on solid ground. I'd rather stand alone with my truth intact than bend my spine again just to earn you back. I don't care. Every scar I earn reminds me what's real. Every lesson learned cost blood and years. I don't hate nobody, I just don't pretend. I learn where I stop and where I am. Hate me if you want, it's fine with me. My hands stay dirty, my mind stays free. It is what it is, I won't explain that shit. 0 fucks to give, yeah, I live with it. I didn't lose my heart, I just drew the line. And for the first damn time, life is mine.
Right, Gmail's spinning round, but it's a good time for me to say something that I don't want to drag Tiffany into because it's nothing to do with her. Amy, laugh at you. This is your breadcrumb. You had plenty of time from the period of time that Yaxley was here, from I think about September. No, it was October because it was the anniversary of Palestine. So it was October. He was here continually. We were doing live streams. We were posting content. We had community posts going up, and never at any point did you show any interest in debating Yaxley. Now, your initial argument with me was regarding Yaxley and the lady whose name I'm not going to mention, but we all know who I'm talking about. So once Yaxley was gone the last time, that's when you set off, and it was the same this time. And I've kind of got it sussed out. Whereas most people, the anniversary of when they met is the first date, maybe, and maybe it was that they were in the pub and their first proper date, they went bowling, and then that becomes a thing on their anniversary. I get it. We tried to reignite the beginning when it's all exciting. Now, your beginning was a little bit sleazy. There was the predation of the married man, and that's your business. You fucking knock yourself out with that. And then there was the fact that you wanted him to prove, and you wanted to make yourself secure by having him fighting with me, and that's what you'd done, and it was all exciting, and you were in a lot of contact and giggling with each other about how funny you thought you both were. And then it gets a bit stale, so, and like other women, you can't ring him up and say, hey, do you want to come home and have a quick fuck? Or, listen, I'll cook your favourite tonight. Or, should we go to the pub? You can't do that. So your reliving is to continually getting into these fights. Now, the fact of it is Yaxley was here for 4 months solid. At no point did you show any interest in fronting him up. Did you ask for any links? Did you ever come to the chat? I'm not something that you switch on and off because you want to get some attention off some fucking hoover-nosed fucking freak who can scratch his fucking ankles without bending. That's down to you. That's your breadcrumb. That's why I'm ignoring you. You had ample opportunity when Yaxley was here. You didn't take it. Your argument, or what you presented your argument to me about, was a woman that I know nothing of. You had your chance, you didn't take it. Basically, I'm calling you a pair of shithouse rats. You're like the cunt in the pub. He gets fucking poked at and told to shut the fuck up, and he shuts the fuck up. But as the person leaves the pub, he suddenly gets lady and, oh, if he'd have hung around, I would have this. Fuck off. There's your answer. Right, Tiffany, would you like to join me? Because would you like to come on my panel? I'm going to send it to you now in chat, which I've just managed to get in. But it'll have to be Google chat, Tiffany, because I don't have Telegraph on this fucking thing, or Telegram, whatever it is. So here we go. And you should have a link. Right, I'm going to close that window. So, I've had a busy few weeks. I can tell Trollop had a busy weekend. He's making videos about fucking sausages. Listen, buddy, nobody's seen or heard of me for 3 weeks. Is your life really that sad? Seriously? Fucking hell, is it slow in the fucking editorial world over there? So you're practicing your fucking headline grabbers? Get the fuck out of here, you jerk. How pathetic. Seriously, you actually made a fucking video. This is incredible. I'm coming out because I've got something to say. Because some other big fat cunt has had plenty to say. Did you get that chat? Oh, well, I'm wondering if we're thinking about the same thing. Hi, Savannah, and I see Munchie and Hooligan. Hello, happy Monday. What do you mean? I've just sent it to you on Google Chat. Tiffany. Now I gotta load up fucking chat again, man. Google Mail. I just sent it to you, Tiffany. unless I've sent it to someone else. I hope I haven't sent it to Trollop, and Trollop's not going to go make a video saying, stop inviting me onto your StreamYard. We know you're too much of a shithouse. I'm loading up Gmail again now. So I'm going to just witter on. It's been hectic for me. It's been quite good. I've had a bit of an illness. I was ill for it was a good fucking 10 days, and it was fucking rough as shit. I'm on steroids and antibiotics right now, so I'm quite fucking zippy and with it. It's been torture. But other than that, I've been going out bike riding, trying to get the fat off from Christmas. Did anyone else catch that cold near Christmas time? I caught this cold, and I caught it just before Christmas, about 12 days before Christmas. And I said to one of the kids, oh, well, better now than over Christmas. At least we know we'll all be healthy for Christmas. Well, fuck me. I must have been on adrenaline getting through Christmas, and Christmas was all right. New Year was all right. And then come about the first week of January, I started to feel a bit fucking exhausted, like. So I thought, oh, it's all the fucking lugging trees about and fucking about like that. I'm now going to send it to you again, Tiffany, once the chat loads to you. Fuck me, this is good, isn't it? Yeah, so then this, I can see you're online and it's spinning, and I'm not sure how the link. I did send it to you. It's there, I can see it. Oh, that's the old one. Fucking hell. Right, now you've definitely. Oh, God, he's printed it 3 times, Tiffany. You can have. I'm looking at it sending to you. I'm going to fucking send you an email, man. Hang on. This is fucking crazy. I just watched me send it to you and it's disappearing. Compose. I'm going to send you an email. I've had enough of this shit. To Tiffany. There she is. Right. Send. Tiffany, I've sent you an email. This is fucking drama, isn't it? I'm going to have to start getting all the... What do you mean it don't work? Jesus Christ. One last time now. Hang on. Fuck me. This must be fun to watch. Hang on. Copy. Invite guests to the studio. I know it's changed, but fuck me. I'm going to send you another one. Tiffany. Tiffany Moser. That's the link he's sending me. I've sent you another one now. Now you must be surely getting some emails. Surely to God. Yeah, so then it came back about January. I thought, oh, I'm tired. I thought, oh, well, I did do a load for Christmas and I was doing parties and shit, so maybe it was that. So then I started to feel breathless when I was out. I thought, oh, well, it's the cold, it's the weather. I've been smoking a lot. I'll calm down the smoking. Fuck me, my SATs ended up down to like 85. I was shitting myself. It went on for days. So I eventually took myself to the hospital and thought, fuck this. And then I literally, there's people around you shitting all night and puking and coughing. You think, fuck. Have you got that now or what? So I figured I was better off at home. So I've been bed resting home for a couple of days, but I have been bike riding too. Hello, Tiffany.
Hello.
Sorry. That was drama, wasn't it?
Well, you know what was happening? They weren't separating out the, like, it was. Yeah, I figured it out.
Property do quit. I got frustrated and pressed 3 times.
Yeah, that's obviously what happened. That's okay. We figured it out.
Well, fuck me. I do what, of course, I've been following all this stuff with the Epstein shit and all of that nonsense.
Oh.
But of course, then I get dropped a video. Katie went live, so I thought, oh, that must be nice. Joel must have felt a bit, useful, because what else is he doing other than making videos about sausages? So I thought, well, that's nice for Joel, because it's an important job moderating, He feels very powerful.
He exposed you as being a sausage eater, Tracy.
I think if you look at what I actually say, here's the funny part. When I go for breakfast, I've always said I'm a flexitarian. I'm not vegetarian. I will eat meat, but I don't eat it every week. It might be once every couple of months. But if I do eat meat, it has to be organic, and it cannot be halal. That's my fucking, that's my...
I've heard you say that so many times. The fact that he woke up that day and thought to himself, today I'm going to make a video.
What can I do? I need something to say. I know. Here's the ridiculous thing, though. What will happen is sometimes I will have a proper breakfast with sausages, and I sometimes will eat beef. But what happens is, after I've had a few mouthfuls, my mind wanders and I think this is a fucking cow. And then I think it's good for me, I need to eat it. And then I think, yeah, but it's a cow. And that's it. I then go vegetarian for months on end. It can be that I'm eating meat and something will put me off. I'll hear something, or I'll get a bit of a chewy fucking tissue that I think, oh no, fuck that. So I've never said that I'm total vegetarian, number one. But number two, when I do go for breakfast, I'm usually with a non-vegetarian. So if I'm going to take a photo of the breakfast, mine looks shit. Because sometimes it's just like a Glamorgan sausage, which is, I don't know whether you've ever seen one, it looks like a turd. So it's like to take a picture of the other person's breakfast. But why is Joel so concerned about these things? Come on, Tiffany.
I don't know, but I'll tell you. Oh, hi, Kendra. Nice seeing you. I don't know, but I'll say this. He is the creepiest.
Creepy.
Like, that guy is so, like,
creepy.
Joel, you're bizarre, dude. You seriously, the amount of time, you're so pathetic.
No, the fact that, look, I haven't been here for a few weeks. Now, if I was up and about, you'd say, yeah, I was on his mind. I'm clearly on his mind, but it's like he has to make a video. It doesn't matter what it's about. Right. He just got to make a fucking video. He must be the newspaper man in him. Like they got to make headlines. He's a bit like that with him or some shit. I don't know.
He thinks that consistent posting of his narrative is going to drive the point home, but he only gets 20 views on these things. Like Joel, your reach is minuscule. You have like an inch reach.
Listen, how devastating for him. I'm not being funny. I've thought about this a lot. I am a funny motherfucker when I get going. And when you come on a stream, like a stream with you, you'll be listening to your stream. The same with Nikki, the same with, let me think who else. Who do I fucking watch? Becky. What'll happen is they come with a thing that they come to talk about, but then they'll deviate. The chat will say, hey, did you see this? And they go off on a tangent. Or they have a bit of fun in between and there's a laugh. Katie's videos and streams are just her having a cry fest. They said I had no feet. They said, listen, it's embarrassing, man. That's what Joel is reduced to. No wonder he's looking to make videos about sausages. His brain must be fucking fried.
It has to be. You know how draining it is dealing with her, Tracy. I mean, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
And
that's why I feel so smug, is because I know that there ain't much laughing with it. The whole of her stream, the only time she laughs is this strange cackle, but it's out of place. Yeah. There's nothing funny going on. She's just lecturing people. It's like Hitler shouting the same points over and over. But I haven't even spoke of the fat cunt. She says, you, Yaxley, and me were on a live stream a few weeks ago. Well, that's funny because Yaxley stopped speaking to Tiffany last fucking March 2005. Yaxley got a bee in his bonnet and decided he wasn't speaking to Tiffany. Yaxley then left for over 6 or 7 months.
Tracy, she was so. Did you listen to the stream? She said at one point,
we're going to be going over it now in a minute.
She said at one point that she looks 10 years younger than me.
I laughed. Listen, she's fucking nuts. And well, we're going to go, right, well, look, here's our starter for 20. Because I haven't done fuck all to this fat cunt. I don't know whether you got a mission, but I got some missions to be going on.
Do I have a who?
Do you have any missions, anything you want to answer? Because while we're out here, we might as well respond to some of this nonsense.
Well, I have some really dire questions that need to be answered because there are certain parts of her stream where she mentioned Agent 19, and she said she wakes up every morning next to him.
I thought he was gay. I thought
he came out with no shirt on, wearing booty shorts, waving his flag, talking about men. Like I can't figure it out.
I don't know what the fuck's going on, but we got to the screen, but we don't actually. Oh, we do. Why is that happening up here, Tiffany?
What's
how
that?
I hit the screen. Why is it looking like that on StreamYard? Oh, there it is. Okay, I got it. Right, this is my first offering I'd like to answer for the 10th time. Tiffany harassed my family and accused me of making up a stroke. I had a stroke on June the 26th, 2023, she says. Now, here's where I want you to all really look in, because I've been looking at this a lot. Because, if you're going to poke at me, be prepared. I'm not one of these idiots that's following you. I'm actually going to pay attention. Tiffany, can you read that? It says, our family. So let's look at this. Our family could use the power of your prayers! Exclamation mark. Our daughter Katie has been in KDMC since Monday after having a serious stroke. Please keep her children in your prayers. Colin, Bert, Emily, Bert, Christopher, Bert, and Max. Now, the first thing I wondered why did she name the children's surnames? Isn't that very formal? I
think she tagged them. I think it was, that's kind of weird. Yeah, because I don't see the tag.
Yeah. I don't know, because you could just say her children, Chris, Emily, and Christopher. It's a bit, I don't know. Anyway, this has been a devastating situation for them and their mother. Will have a lengthy recovery. Well, she's been in the hospital since the Monday. I don't know when this is posted because it's June the 30th. We could work this out by going back to June the 30th. But she says since Monday, so I'd say a couple of days.
She didn't ask for any prayers for Katie.
No. But also this, if I was in hospital, the doctors will only tell my family what I tell them to tell them. So if I say, no, I'm not here, they cannot even tell them that I'm there. So her mother wouldn't be privy to what was going on with Katie. She would only know what Katie was telling her. And Katie, let's be real, tells some pretty fat whoppers that are just pointless, ridiculous. So what's to not say she's not doing that in her private life? Because I think if you're a Billy bullshitter, you're generally a Billy bullshitter right across the board. Do you not think?
Yeah, absolutely. Look at her mom's nice posts about her kids. Like, Katie, why aren't you posting things like this? Well, you said my name in your last stream 146 times, but look at your mom here being a great grandmother, giving Chris praise. She grosses me out.
Yeah, so anyway, let's go on with this. So She posts this. This is supposedly proof that she had a stroke. Tiffany left all kinds of voicemails on my mother's phone. Okay, hang on. Here are a few of them. Okay.
Your daughter is back harassing people online using your internet. Take a look around. Every night she is raging online till 5 a.m.
Right, can I ask you, if that's just a few of the messages that were left, now I'd be pretty embarrassed if somebody called my mother. Well, my mother's dead now, so I'd be more surprised than anything if you managed to call her. But if somebody went to my family member and said, and posted that, and my mother or any of my family came to hear me squawking that, I'd be embarrassed. I can't imagine my mother saying, yeah, go on, take my voice notes and go make a video about it on YouTube. Is your mother a troll or what? What's going on?
Yeah, I bet her mom, she knew Kitty was doing this, wouldn't appreciate. What cracked me up was the messages before.
So her mother's all on board with her saying that kind of thing. That's the only... Tiffany, listen, come on. What?
Here's the thing. I never called her mother one time.
I'm going to get to that, but first of all, there's the point of, why isn't the mother reacting of what the fuck are you saying? Oh, Katie, why would you talk like that, even if you think it? Why would you want that online?
That's a good point, actually.
No, it is a fucking very good point. It's a very good point that her mother then gives her the stuff, but if you read what the mother says just before, did anyone pick up on that?
Yeah.
The mother says those cats could have died. We had to flea dip them. I think Katie neglected her cats. And I
think that's what Katie was saying to her mom. I think her mom was complaining because she brought all these stray cats into the house.
But wasn't looking after them.
Yeah.
Like someone else we know.
Yeah.
Who don't like to look after things that they go and rescue. These are just a few things in my head anyway. But is her mother a troll or what? Because her mother doesn't seem shocked at this behaviour. Her mother doesn't seem appalled that her daughter is screaming these things online. Now, listen, my mother and I came from absolute horrors. But my mother would say, fucking hell, Tracy, why would you want people hearing you say that?
Well,
even if she didn't criticise what I said, she would be outraged that I would vocalise it to so many people.
Katie's mom debunked Katie's own narrative in those messages just with one sentence.
Yes.
She said she called her phone provider and she blocked any incoming calls from any type of internet phone number. So Katie claiming she received 187 calls simply...
Why didn't she show the call log? She's showing us these texts.
Her mom blocked any type of phone call. Her mom had her phone company block any type of phone call from any type of internet phone service. So it wasn't physically possible, according to her mom's own words.
Every set now, in the last 10 years, if you get a call, you can mark it up as spam. You can block the number from your handset. You don't need to ask your phone provider. You can block unknown numbers. Anonymous numbers.
Yeah.
So she's full of shit.
Yeah.
And the fact that her mother isn't outraged and her mother gives her the phone to make the video, why don't you show some of the other... You say this is a few of the 187 voicemails, yeah? Why don't you play a random one? Play number 21.
56.
Play number 101.
Yeah.
6, Tiffany shouted.
Yeah. Yeah. Play
those two.
124. What about 124? That was a good one.
Because all I can see is Somebody reached out to your mother and tried to embarrass you. That doesn't sound like they were threatening your mother.
Oh, well, at least she
Oh,
now outed her. She just
you.
outed her own sock account. Kitty, why are you leaving me comments in your sock, the revealer? The only thing you've revealed is how fat you still are, you big cunt.
Katie, would you like the link? I can step down and you can talk to Tiffany.
I'm gonna get a restraining order against you. You said my name 146 times.
You said you already had a restraining order on her last year. James D, shut up, you stupid cunt. You're not going to stop us embarrassing you. Would you like the link? Yes or no? It's a yes or no question. That's got to be your next word. Yes or no?
I'm gonna get a restraining order on you.
Goodbye. Sorry, Katie. I'm going to ban you because I don't want somebody talking in chat and I've got to... You can text, but I've got to chat. Goodbye, Katie. I offered you if you wanted the link, and I said your next word needs to be that you want the link. Go make another sock. Let us know all about it. She's trying to railroad us because she's embarrassed.
I know.
She's embarrassed because we're asking the proper question here. Why isn't her mother anywhere in that interaction saying, what the fuck? Sorry, but just saying.
Yep.
Anyway.
And not only did her mom say that, but her mom debunked her by proving she blocked all calls. So
yeah. So then it says she shows this screenshot. Okay, now this is where it gets good. She shows the screenshot from her medical record. This is leading somewhere, people. You can't see it, but I can. So I took the liberty of taking a screenshot of this thing. Okay, this is her proof of the stroke. Tiffany, do you want to say anything before we move on to the next bit?
No.
You're ready to just hit her, are you?
I'm just really nervous about this incoming letter from her attorney.
Oh, God. You know you can always say it wasn't you up here, that it was a clone. So
it's obviously not me.
Right, so I took the screenshot of that, and guess what I did? I asked Gemini to make me understand what I was seeing. Okay, so share screen. I'm a bit slow with it. Why have they changed everything?
I don't know.
Here we go. Here we go. So that's the screenshot. Patient name, blah, blah, blah. Procedure date, 6/26/23. Accession, some numbers. Ordering, doctor's name. Okay, we got all that. So it says exam, CT brain perfusion study, dated 16/26/23. Clinical indication, right. So I've took a screenshot of exactly what she shows as proof of her stroke, okay? Yep. So now let's look what Google Gemini has to say about this. This document is a medical report for the CT brain perfusion study performed on June 26, 2023. This is specialized imaging test used to see how well blood is flowing through the brain. It is important to note that the image only shows the patient information and the procedure description. It does not include the results or the radiologist's findings. So let me dumb that down to you. Basically, if I go to the doctor now and I say, listen, I've got a pain in my big toe, it keeps throbbing and it goes up into my elbow and sometimes my eye blinks, they're going to send me to hospital. And on the thing where they tell me what they want to look into, they're going to say patient has come with a throbbing big toe, which goes up to her elbow and makes her eye tick. And they're going to run those tests. That's what Katie has presented to you. She's basically presented in that screenshot what she told the doctor. Yep. Anything from you, Tiffany?
Well, she had also posted a thing.
Oh, this is not finished yet. This gets worse.
Oh.
A whole lot worse. Clinical indication. The test was ordered because the patient was experiencing neurological deficit right side weakness. This is a common reason for this type of scan, often to evaluate for possible stroke. Get ready. The procedure, the scan used a contrast dye, 40 cc's, to track blood movement. What they measured, the medical team looked at 3 specific markers. Mean transit time, NTT, how long it takes the blood to pass through the brain tissue. Cerebral blood flow, CBF, the volume of blood moving through a specific area of the brain per minute. Cerebral blood volume, CBV, the amount of blood in the section of brain. What is missing? Because the findings and impressions sections are cut off. Do you see that, Tiffany? Cut off.
I do.
This document cannot tell you if the scan was normal or if any issues like a blockage or rare area of blood flow were discovered. Note, if you are the patient of certain experience, so I say, so it asks me if I want to help understand it. So I say, does this prove the prognosis of a stroke? Are you ready? No, this document does not prove a stroke or provide a prognosis. It's only the instruction manual part of the report that describes how the test was performed, not what the doctor actually saw.
Interesting.
Are you ready? It gets worse.
Mm-hmm.
To determine if a stroke occurred and what the outlook prognosis is, you would need to see the sections usually titled Findings and Impressions, which are missing from this image. What the report says is only a half story. So it tells you then what they look
at. Post the findings and impressions. Why would she just show the test? Because you would think that would be weird.
So then it describes the 2 kinds of strokes, okay? And then it says, the missing result without the impression section, we don't know if the scan showed healthy blood flow, a minor blockage, or a significant area of damage. Prognosis versus diagnosis. Even if the results were present of prognosis, the predicted recovery depends on many other factors, including age, What to look for next? So really, this is what she needed to show us. The rest of the page, which would have told us. Would you like me to? So I say yes. So it says, if the stroke was detected, the findings and impressions sections of the report would move from describing the process to describing the results. What the section, so Katie, all you've done is shown us the part, these people, that your friends, the people that you're trying to convince of this story, all you've done is shown them what you went and told the doctor. Now, because I've had breast cancer, if I call my doctor tomorrow and say, look, I've got a lump under my arm, I don't even get to go to the doctor. I go straight to the clinicians who dealt with me, and they will look straight into it because I'm telling them I've got a lump under my arm. However, if I rang them up and said, I've got a cold, they tell me to take some paracetamol. What are you thinking there, Tiffany?
Well, I'm thinking that this would be a very serious prognosis for her, you know, beyond this test, because if you think about her medical history that she has shared with us, she had uterine cancer. She has a pacemaker. Remember the pacemaker she got?
Brain tumor.
Yeah, brain tumor.
Here's the thing.
COPD.
If she's willing to show all these records, why doesn't she prove once and for all that she had uterine cancer during a period she never took an hour off YouTube?
Yeah.
Doesn't she show that record? She's happy to show it record. She's showing us.
Yeah, it'd be really simple. I mean, it's telehealth. It's all right there. You just go to your section of your medical history. It's all right there. She's being this transparent about her.
Well, she's not being transparent. She's misleading these people who are wasting their time sitting listening to her shite. She's actually feeding them a load of baloney. She's given him a load of nothing.
Yeah. Well, she showed a screenshot a while ago too, of a medical result of her scan. She actually showed the result of her scan, and it said no acute brain findings. That's the only thing you need to know in that whole screenshot she shared. This isn't anything anybody got in affairs. She posted it. No acute brain findings. There is no possible way you would have that result after a brain scan, a MRI, a whatever, CT, anything, if you'd had a stroke. If there's no acute brain findings, even in the phases after the stroke, you're going to have findings in a CT scan. And mind you, this is something she posted pretty immediately after she came back, and it had only been a month or so. So, she wants to come out here and cry and say, Tiffany said I faked my stroke. Tiffany said, listen, bitch, the reason I said that is because you have a very perverse history of doing this shit.
You're a malingerer.
You're the malingest malingerer I've ever come across. And not just that, but you're a flippin' liar, lady. That's all you do is lie. The shit you say is insanity. Yeah. It's insane because you do this because you want sympathy, because otherwise you act like a shithead.
Well, what people don't realise is it's been quite an in-joke in amongst this fucking community between Forrest and Viper, and everybody knows that when Katie gets caught out, either the kid swallows a button, sticks a bead up his nose, something means she has to rush to the emergency room. Sometimes she's got, she had COVID 5 times once because she kept forgetting. She'd already told us she'd had COVID. Don't you remember that? 5 times in about 2 fucking weeks.
Yeah, and then she formed sepsis and she broke her ankle.
Oh, and she coughed and broke a rib.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, she had to coughing fit because she was so ill with the pneumonia. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Just because them silly bunch of cunts want to believe you, they must be soft, because if they haven't heard the 2 different versions of your story and they're not adept enough to think, hang on, there's something wrong here. This just don't ring true. All she's given you is what she told the doctor and what tests they ran. There's nothing else.
Yep.
Oh, add to the stage. Here we go. Oh, hang on, I got to stop sharing mine. And not yours. Here we go. Tiffany, take it away.
Okay, so here you have this screenshot that she posted. And this was findings. You see up there, it says findings. Now, it's not very clear in this photo. But the one thing that's clear is you can see down here, no acute brain findings. Well, guess what? I'm prepared for these sorts of games. And I was able to clarify this screenshot or this picture she showed of her own medical health on her own phone. Okay, and here's all the things. We don't really even need to know what anything means in this except 2 words or 3. No acute finding. Those are the only 3 words we need to understand this whole thing. Here again, no acute brain findings. Okay, so I stuck this into Gemini myself and said, what does this show? Images appear to be a screen capture and a typed transcription of the medical imaging most likely report, likely CT or MRI, from October 2023. Now, this would be October 2023 would be, let's see, July, August, September, 4 months, okay, after her massive stroke she claims she had. So breakdown of everything. I won't even bore you with all this, but here it is. But what it bottom line, the impression section summarizes the entire scan. No acute brain findings. This means at the time of the scan, the radiologist did not see any evidence of a sudden or urgent medical issue, such as a recent stroke, brain bleed, or major tumor. She posted this shit up herself. This is what she posted. So, to simplify it,
lying to people with the mentality of Wyoming. You haven't got to aim very high. We're a little bit more with it, I like to think.
Yeah, you gotta shoot for the stars with us, Katie, because I mean I understand Wyoming's not very hard to trick, but I mean, come on, lady. She's absolutely insane. So, Katie, you know, I do think you did something to yourself that made you
overdose.
Yeah, that made you less
if we look at what was going on immediately prior to this episode, 2 weeks before, Frank made an announcement with Katie that he wanted away from her drama. He wanted to go back to the old kind of videos with Bacon, and that he wanted none of the hysteria. And she went live on her channel and said she would only be moderating. Now, I think Frank pulling away from her, and if you remember, he finds her in the hospital, apparently, and she says, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. That's because it's the first time you've seen her fat ass. I think
my grandfather had a cerebral brain hemorrhage in his 40s, okay? And he wasn't supposed to ever be able to kind of like what Yahooligan was saying, speak again, function again. They said he was going to be a vegetable the rest of his life. It took him about 2 years, but he came out of it, and he came out of it. He recovered miraculously. Absolutely no indication of the cerebral brain hemorrhage down years and years later, right? But he had a lot of medical.
It takes a long time to get to that.
Many years, but he had a lot of medical aftermath from that. Problems with his veins in his legs. He had all kinds of issues, right? Mostly blood and circulatory, but then, you know, ultimately bladder cancer. But you know, the thing is that Katie's constant, you know, before this, Tracy, it was her uterine cancer she used to bring up all the time. You and I know for a fact.
My poor disabled little boy, my poor non-verbal little boy, my poor non-verbal special needs disabled little boy.
Katie has a circular logic where she presents things in a manner that, in her mind, can't be argued or questioned because she doesn't know.
You're making fun of his son.
Yes,
it's okay.
She creates these impossible arguments about people that you can't argue back. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's a game. It's a tactic. She's stupid and she's not evolving. She's using. I don't know whether look how she popped up then, threatening you. If that was her, that's presuming it was her. Here's the thing, though. She said she took you to court over a year ago. She was telling these people in the Kramer community that she was serving you, James D. and Forrest Jameson. Why aren't these people saying, what's happening with that cocaine, Katie? What happened to the servers? What happened to the 5K you put down as a retainer? Why isn't anyone asking this?
Is that what she's saying? She put 5K down?
Yeah. And that you were weeks from, I've got the streams where she's saying it. Now, if you remember, after her main pretending stroke, remember when she pretended to have another one and got in hospital and was wiggling her legs on the bed, shouting, look, I've got legs.
Yeah. Her foot fetish. My foot fetish. Yeah, I was very satisfied.
I could get taken into hospital tonight. All I'd have to say is, I can't fucking breathe. And because I've just had a fucking situation where I've been in hospital, they would take me in. And I could sit on a bed long enough to shout, look, I've got a bed, I'm in hospital.
Right.
Whether I got sent home 10 minutes later is another fucking matter.
Tracy, do you know how to make us big so we don't see her on the screen?
I can work it out. You just press.
Yeah, click on. There you go.
Is that the one?
That one will work. There's one you could click. It'll show both of us, but it doesn't really matter. She says, there you go. She says all kinds of funny things in the stream she did the other day, Tracy. But this, when she said this, It tickled me because I feel like we need to help her, Tracy. I feel like she needs some female support because listen, you got to hear what she says, okay? I'm going to play it. I have it sped up. Teddy, no.
And then what we'll do is I've got the same stream lined up, I'm guessing, and there's a few more bits we got to go through. But let's hit this bit just for shits
You
and
got to
giggles.
hear this because this was like so sad. Okay, hold on. Here it goes.
Oh, Lordy. Yes, I know. She actually sent Agent 19 a picture of her fucking ass. When she found out I was talking to him, she's like, I don't believe he's talking to you. Like, why is he talking to you for? And I'm like, she said, she tried to call him.
Yes, this in fact did happen. I was incredibly jealous of Katie talking to Frank, and so much so I figured I could entice him away from her with photos of my butt. And when it didn't work, I've been on a mission to destroy her ever since, because who wouldn't want that hunk of a man, right, Tracy? I mean, come on, who wasn't jealous?
Oh, God, they got to be beating fucking swing his door, man. He's got to be fucking needing bodyguards at this point.
I want to point out that
Diana.
In chat, Penny Bunny says, Katie, 100%. Okay.
So did you say to him, why are you talking to Faith? Look at my ass.
I was hysterically crying, so I'm surprised if he was able to understand what I said. But yes, I did. As a matter of fact, Tracy, listen, I wouldn't. the fact that she says this is so funny to me, and I'm surprised that they've never shown this overall issue. You know.
So nice.
You telling me what we know of Frank is the gimp mask. There's nothing that any woman would have been driven so wild about that they couldn't help but don their cap. I thought he was gay, haven't he? Had to sling you the listen. I didn't realise I was gay all these years to get you off trying to.
He thanked Katie for helping him out of the closet. He thanked her for helping him out of the closet. He attributed his coming out to the world publicly and being one of the gayest men I've experienced on here in a long time.
Shirtless. Katie likes to show off about her relationship with Frank. It's like a trophy to her, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't think she knows.
Did she post up a wonderful engagement? Valentine's Day. We've just had Valentine's Day. Did she post up a lovely Amazon bracelet of that nature?
No, he must have forgot this year. He's a busy guy, working for the CIA and all that. But you got to hear this. It gets even better. Just listen.
And he rejected her. Now she's mad at the world because he rejected her.
Wow.
Tiffany, you have a foot fetish? She does. I think she does. Remember, she was going around. She and Tracy were going around saying that supposedly I was a diabetic coma. I don't even have diabetes, but supposedly I was in a diabetic coma and I have no feet. Really?
That was Forrest Jameson.
I have videos on my channel. I'm walking, but I have no feet. Cool.
She walked 3 steps. She walked 3 steps. And I don't believe it was her. They were the worst pair of trainers. I wouldn't be seen dead in them.
She had to do a voiceover. She had to do a voiceover on the damn video. And there was no leaves crunching or wind blowing or cars driving by.
Listen, all I need to know is this. She claims that they'd already met before the stroke. So let's go along with that. We know that bitch was £500. We know at best he was £80 wet. It beggars belief the thought of him sandwiched in between them folds of fat. It must have been horrifically claustrophobic for him. It must have been fucking dreadful. Fair dues to him. Katie, listen, you have got a good one, because if he was happy to be mauling that, he's a fucking bigger man than any man I know. He is a good man. Hang on to him for all you're worth.
Maybe he's a feeder. Have you heard about those? They're the men that like to feed women.
What do you mean? There's one I see shopping. And you know, it's the worst of it is he's quite normal and nice looking. She's the biggest thing you ever seen. And he's encouraging her. The fucking trolley is full of like Kit Kats and crisps and it's like, what the fucking holy fuck?
Yeah,
But he's a very handsome, normal-looking man.
there's some weirdos out there, Tracy. They come in all shapes and sizes, all flavors of weirdo.
Yeah, but he should be fucking all straight. He's
Yeah.
putting her under medical danger, man. This one can barely listen. Seriously, she's clinging to that trolley, and I don't think she could walk without the fucking trolley. I've never seen any, but he's a very handsome, slim fellow. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Perhaps
Yeah.
Frank's one of them freaks.
Well, she says
Perhaps that's why he cooled off. When she shrunk to a size 8, he was no longer appealing to him.
that's
Yep.
Tracy, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think, because right after the stroke, he admitted publicly he was sending her 5-pound bags of gummy worms.
Oh.
I mean, what kind of sick shit are you into, Frank? We know.
Someone sent me a clip a couple of months ago, and it was like 3 a.m. Kentucky time, and she was saying, I'm eating chocolate. What are those pretzels? She loves the chocolate pretzels, she does, at 3 a.m. in fucking Kentucky.
Well, her health is her main priority, obviously. Okay, but this gets better, Tracy. Wait till you hear this.
I have a peg leg, Tiffany. I have a peg leg. I'm a pirate.
Katie, a peg, you would need a peg 2x4, bitch. A peg leg would not hold your fat ass up. No way.
Yeah, she got rejected, hands down. He was like, and he was not nice about it either. He said it on her live stream. She got really mad and she started raging. It was funny. She and Tracy went live for 6 hours raging about me at age of 19. It was funny as hell.
Listen, I need to hear this because I have no idea of any of this.
Were you drinking back then? Because I can't recall this either.
So hang on, he's such a hunk that when he rejected you, I had a visceral reaction and I was angry too that he rejected you. Is that right?
Yes.
Or did I want him too?
No, you were mad too.
Right, okay.
You were mad by proxy for me because it was devastating.
This is like when she sent me a Glendon impression.
I love it. I get Tiffany and Tracy triggered so much, you know. They think they're above everything, but they get triggered so much. I don't get triggered. I don't care. I laugh at you guys. It's funny to watch you guys like rant, pop, and spew everywhere.
Yeah, well, let's see how much fun you find this one, when you. This is going to lead 2 hours.
Rant, pop, and spew. Where did she?
She's lost the plot, man.
Yeah, she has.
Though, Joel is listening to that on a loop over and over again.
Oh, yeah.
It must be like that film, you know, where every day goes the same.
Groundhog Day.
Wait, yeah, it must be Groundhog Day in his messages. Oh, poor you, Joel.
Oh, Joel.
You've got to dig around.
If you get a live paging, I'm going to raise on your community tab. Huh?
Why did he say
Look at my community tab. I don't even talk about you. Well, I
okay,
had one
wait
post
a second. We need to slow this down so you can get the full effect of this.
Yeah.
This was...
Katie, on a quick side note, why was Joel saving a video about a breakfast of mine? He must have it bad for me. Seriously, come on. Like,
thinking about you eating sausages. Put that into perspective. Think about that. He wants to envision you eating sausages, Joel.
Whilst roofied out of my mind in a hotel.
Yes, incapacitated in a hotel in London with a plate of sausages.
Richmond sausages.
Yeah, on the bedside table next to you. What kind of weird shit are you into, Troll Up? Come on, man. I mean, like, well, he's dressed in bondage and wearing, you know, platform boots and shit. You're a weird dude.
Slapping his own bollocks and shouting, Yaxley, I'll kill you.
Yeah. Playing rave music, you know? I mean, the whole picture is just like something out of Silence of the Lambs, honestly.
They're above everything, but they get triggered so much. I don't get triggered. I don't care.
Right.
I laugh at you guys. It's funny to watch you guys like rant, pop, and spew everywhere.
Listen to this.
Tiffany, you gonna go live paging? Are you gonna rage on your community tab? Huh? Look at my community tab. I don't even talk about you. Well, I had one post about you proving you're a liar, but I bet you anything your community tab would be full of all kinds of hates because you're triggered.
Shut up, you stupid fat cunt.
Tracy, she sounds, I mean, she has gone.
Joel is Glen Effie.
Oh yeah, it's yeah. You know what though? I will say this, Tiffany. You still have Yaxley. Yaxley would do anything in the world for you, Tiffany. I mean, he would pull his like pedophile caravan in your driveway any day, anytime, any place. Because he just loves you, Tiffany, so much. He wants to make you an honest woman out of you and move to the United States or move you to the UK to be his wife. So you can take care of his mom with him. Staying.
This is weird.
You know what? Here's the really weird thing is, Yaxley, she actually was trying to cop off with him. She was sending him messages, which I believe I sent an SOS out for these messages, because I have real life interaction. Sorry, I'm on it now.
What?
Yeah. No, I just got to grab something. You know,
There's always been.
I've just got to grab something. So you carry on speaking a minute, Tiffany. I'm just going to grab.
So, all right. I wanted to play a clip of her saying something, and I can't. Wait a second. I'm searching out words in the stream. Hold on. Okay. Morning. Okay, why doesn't it show up? Let's see. Wake up. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this crazy. All right, here we go.
Trump is a woman, Tiffany. You and Tracy look like fucking dumbasses. And Agent 19 is not Frank Jardim. You just doxed the wrong person. He's not Frank Jardim. Believe me, I know. I see him every day. I see him every day. Wake up next to him every day.
Now, Katie, could you guys hear that? Katie, does he know you wake up next to him every day? Because I feel like he doesn't know. Could you all hear what I was saying? I don't know if you could hear it through the. I don't know if it's still. Oh, yeah, it's still sharing. Katie, does he know he's waking up to you every day? Because I don't think he knows that. Rachel, I swear, this guy came out last year, mid-summer time-ish, somewhere around there, literally claiming he's strictly dickly. He does not like women at all. He was out. She's got a poster on her wall. Look, that was the way she says that. If I was this guy, I would probably be gay too. It's just, listen to her. Oops.
Believe me, I know. I see him every day. I see him every day. Wake up next to him every day.
Prove it, Katie. Take a picture of your little footsies, because I have a foot fetish. Take a picture of your guys' all your little footsies lined up in bed, poking out from under the covers. Just 4 feet. 4 feet.
I'm just grabbing something. That's what I'm doing, and then I'm good.
All right. Did you hear that, Tracy?
Yes, I did. And here's the thing. You know the way she's saying, Yaxley. See, here's the funny part. We both know that you haven't spoken to Yaxley since March.
Right.
She says, was it May? I knew it was last springish, but it was 2025.
Yeah, long time ago.
Every time we were on a stream and you came in chat, we'd say, don't speak to me, Tiffany, and wouldn't speak. So when she says we were all on a panel a few weeks ago, there's bullshit number one. Yaxley hasn't been on a panel with Tiffany. But here's another one. She says that me, you, and Glenn were on a panel. But here's the problem. Glenn stopped speaking to you at the time of Sofa.
Yeah,
Glenn
that was
had
November, or it's been over a year.
Over a year, and he hasn't spoken to you since. And he's made it very fucking plain. It's not like he's just saying, no, I don't like you, Tiffany. He's being very vocal about how much he loves you. So how is she able to fly this with those over there? Where's their brain to think, hang on, there's no interaction. They all watch you, so they must know that you're not saying nothing about them. I know that people like Nikki are sub to me. I haven't put out any content in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yet the way she's speaking there, you would think that me and you had just got off a live stream and she was responding to us.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really, she's delusional. I mean,
You think it's because she felt that she's got nothing to do and she probably thought that I wouldn't be around a while. What do you think was the thinking of why she did that day?
Her thinking is the fact that nobody holds her to task. These people she has around her, they don't care what she says, whether it's true or not. They don't fact check her. They just go along with it, right?
But that's embarrassing to them.
If you want to show my screen really fast, Tracy, I want to show something here because this is truly incredible. Yeah, you can show the screen. It's not her stream. I just want to show.
That's telling me to remove it. Hang on, let's go back to how.
Yeah.
Right. Which one's Tiffany? There's 2 Tiffany's on you.
Yeah, one's my screen share. Just, oh no, put that back up and just put a, but yeah, there
how
you
do
go.
I get this back off? Oh, there we go.
There you go. Yeah, perfect. So this right here.
That gives me time to grab this.
Yeah, I asked Gemini to point out every time she said my name or Tracy's name. Now here's my name. Okay. Here's a comprehensive list and timestamps. Okay. I hope you all have a minute because this is going to take a while. Look at this. There's not even a minute-long gap.
Yeah.
In between her saying my name. Look at this. It's still going.
I've been here for 3 weeks. I don't know what you've been getting up to because I haven't been watching anyone. I have been watching, but I'm not really this neck of the woods.
It's still going. Look at this. Still going. This is just 1 hour and a half long live stream. Okay. Still going. Still going.
While saying things like you're obsessed with me, but I haven't spoken for 3 weeks. And I think I have it. Hang on, let me make sure I'm getting it now. Oh, I love this recording.
Tracy, it's still going. It's okay. There's the end. Okay, here comes Tracy's.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Katie, you're not getting a restraining order on anybody, lady. I mean, this is some goofy shit right here.
Oh.
How embarrassing.
And they're listening to it. Look, let's be real. The people who are sub to her are probably sub to you, yes? Because they're hate bonding. Yeah?
Yeah.
So why aren't they thinking, hang on, Tiffany, I haven't said it. Or have you been bumping your gums, Tiffany? Have you been attacking her and making community posts?
No. You know me. I don't. Sometimes I'm forced to have to acknowledge her because it's
like tonight.
Yeah. But the thing that she said that was so gross. She's trying to convince everybody over there that I'm trolling her sister-in-law, or with some account that caused her an actual miscarriage. And first of all, there's absolutely no possible way in hell that could have happened. Nor there's oops, hold on one sec.
Yeah, because when she actually made video showing the obituary of her sons, talk about using your family to troll, she actually recorded the obituary about a stillbirth that her son and his wife had had or whatever. And she said that Tiffany had caused it. There's no way in fucking hell anybody knows why those things happen. And I defy her to show me a fucking whatever the piece of paper you have, the death certificate, saying Tiffany Moser of California caused this woman to lose this baby. You show me that and I'll turn on Tiffany. We'll all turn on Tiffany. How's that? Which is what you really want, isn't it? Because you've always been in this mad-ass competition with Tiffany. There we go. Prove it. Link it to Tiffany. Less otherwise, I could say it's your fault that I was ill 2 weeks ago. You put a hex on me. You wished me ill, and then I got ill. There we go. That's how ridiculous you sound. I think Tiffany's having to wrestle a big brown bear out of fucking Teddy's cake hole. I'm uploading a lovely video that I've just been sent. So I'll upload that and list it while we're waiting. I don't know what Tiffany's getting up to. So I shall plough on. I heard the dog barking. And she said, I gotta go a minute. And then that was that.
I'm back.
So
Sorry.
there you go. I heard Teddy kicking off.
Yeah, someone was at the door.
I don't let my dog out the garden without me out there because in Britain, it's the most targeted theft thing is your dog. How tragic is that, Tiffany?
That's
Your
horrible.
dog is terrible. Do you know what they do? They take them to seedy little places like garages and they cut the chips out of their neck themselves and then they just keep them in the dark, breeding them. Or,
Oh my God.
using them as bait. My dog, I go out in the garden with him.
Well, especially if they're not neutered, if they want to breed them or something, you know?
Exactly. Roger's got his bollocks. He's intact. They'd be loving it. So, no, I wouldn't even fucking put him out there for a minute.
Yeah.
Terrible. In the old days, we used to just open the door and let the dog go out for a run by himself when I was young, and the dog would come home later. He probably had 4 or 5 homes in the same street, the little fucker.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to recollect my thoughts here. I didn't hear what you were saying before I.
We were talking about I was asking you why these people that she's telling this shit to, they must surely. Have you been making community? I've looked and I haven't seen you saying nothing about
I
Katie.
don't mention
Well,
her.
why are they going along with it?
Because
Is it
they
that
don't
they
care.
just got nothing to do, or
Yeah, they just want any negative information they can get about me. You know what I mean? They just want any type of negative anything, feedback to justify this group of people who hate my guts. It's really pathetic.
Yeah,
I mean, they don't
can't listen to shit. It don't matter how much I hate someone. I am not prepared to listen to shit just to hate bonds. You can fuck
this
right
group
off.
of people, Tracy in particular, that's all they do. They'll go live, they talk a bunch of shit, they tell a bunch of lies.
Yeah, but it's not even funny. If you could say, oh, we listened to her live and we were roaring, it was funny. You know, there's nothing. It's just her shouting at you. Said, I've got no feet. So fucking what?
Well, I find that kind of funny. I mean, maybe these people aren't really her friends, you know, at the end of the day. It seems to me like they probably aren't. And yeah, she's just, look, it's just a group of absolute total morons. I mean, she has Wyoming in there who challenged everybody to a rock off yesterday. I mean, she.
What does she mean by a rock off?
She wants to have somebody go on a panel with her and she wants to quiz them on their knowledge of rocks.
As in what they make their compound out of, or what?
Their compounds, the different types of rocks, the rocks that she has. She wants to quiz everybody on rocks. For some, she's suddenly got this. Yeah, she wants to have a rock off. She said, and
I
she.
tell you what, I would partake in if we could both stand in front of each other, 20 foot apart, and throw rocks at each other. That would be a prospect that I'd very much enjoy. But talking about
Yeah.
rock,
Yeah, she so that's her. She's, that's her main friend now is Wyoming, the rock off lady. And I just would love to be a fly on the wall when they speak. I can imagine their foreheads both, poking up on the bottom portion of their little video call.
that was
Only
fun.
seldomly making some eye contact. When the phone slips just a little bit, they gaze into each other's eyes and talk about how horrible you and I are in every. Wyoming's
Do you think she's going to have her glasses on today because she's going to have a migraine, or?
well,
You think
she's
she'll
had
be
quite a
okay?
bit to say about you, Tracy. Wyoming
Oh.
has. She has really been.
She gives me the creeps. She do, to be honest with you.
She's a creepy lady.
I think she's the kind of person who could stand up or sit down for a piss, depending on her mood. I think that she has the capability to do both. It's vile. I think
Yes.
she's definitely some kind of closet,
Yeah. She's
she went back to find a picture of my ass that was posted 6 months ago. For the love of Jesus. 6 months ago, it must have been in her head. I must scroll back.
Tracy, she's posted many women's asses. I don't know if you're aware of this, but she's posted a lot of ladies' ass. She posted my ass, this lady named Kim's ass, your ass, Nikki's ass. She's been posting ass for a while now.
Out there with a strap on, talking to the birds. Seriously, she probably walks around the house with a strap on, and in her mind, I think she's repulsive. I can imagine, it wouldn't surprise me if she's a virgin, to be honest with you, because I can't imagine.
Do you think her birds perch on it when she's walking around?
Yeah, I think that's part of what's going on. And I think she angrily thrusts it into her pillow and shouts, "Tiffany, I'll get you. I'm coming for you, Tiffany." She's probably beating it.
Just slapping it on our bedposts and shit.
Rubbing it out furiously. Friction burns on her fucking palms of her hands.
Well, want to know something, Tracy, that's very odd. Every time in this last video, and especially whenever she shows her hands in her videos, we could go look at this. Her fingers are always really shriveled up, like she's been in the bath for a long time.
I fancied they reminded me of the butchers. He got ruddy, big, sausagey fingers. The butcher's always got hands like that, very beefy looking.
Yeah, but why do hers look like they've been soaking in water? It's so weird. I've never seen hands like this before. Like it's flipping weird. Hold on.
I bet you she's got the strap on, the ones that got the fake bollocks hanging down. Very lifelike, I would imagine.
Yeah, the veiny ones.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm going to find this. We'll just look at her fingers really fast. It's really creepy. Oh, did she take it down, Wyoming? You're no fun. Good thing I saved it.
The thing is that she's been putting the name Tiffy on tampons and presumably sticking them in her orifices. Not that she needs them, but she's sticking them up there anyway. What other point would she be making?
Well, yeah, she has been doing that, and yeah, she's a weird. She took it down. Good thing I saved it.
Who even thinks of writing Tiffy on a tampon? Come on, that's fucking out there, isn't it? That's like
she gives me the heebie-jeebies. She definitely gives me the heebie-jeebies. That one, I mean, like
Link House reincarnated, because that's the only other crazy fucker like that. When she took that big shit, I was like, oh my god, I'm not speaking. I wouldn't even fucking argue with her. I didn't care what she called me.
No, Amber, Amber Linkhouse is probably a little bit more advanced than Wyoming, I'm going to say.
Definitely. Well, the
You know what I
fact that
mean?
Wyoming took that screenshot with their beds popping up in the
And posted that thing like it was like, what did the funniest thing is both of their foreheads, and what cracks me up is how noticeable, recognizable Katie's forehead was.
when you sent me that picture and said answer your phone, just the top of your head.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck.
That's how they're talking on the phone to each other, Tracy. They're popping.
Well,
I mean,
that's because they're so busy scanning whatever they're stalking.
yeah, they can't look away for very long. Okay,
And
I'm having to
that's
send it.
Joel's fucking buddies. Joel wakes up to messages of. I wonder how many times she's posted to Joel. They said I got no feet.
Oh
She
gosh.
can dine out on the same story over and over again, can't she? And it's not even like a funny fucking story, man.
No, it's really not. I mean,
Hey, you remember?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, right. That big white one might be a dildo.
it's Tracy.
They're
It's
very
shaped.
phallic, aren't they?
They all are. Look at this one.
Joel is Glen FEVBC, Trollope Rules. Pretended to be a woman for 3 years and got pictures of my grandchildren and all of my family members because I thought it was a woman. To find out it was a man who wanted me to call him daddy, but that's another story.
Wyoming is dumb as her rocks.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Wyoming has rocks. How stupid. She's dumb. She has rocks.
Oh, my God. What the
Oh,
fuck?
but now it's not so dumb, is it?
What?
No. And then we think we know so much about rocks all of a sudden. Yeah, you guys don't know shit about rocks. You don't.
I mean,
Listen, she needs
No
hospitalization.
to be fair, I don't, but you know,
Well, I think I can live without knowing it.
No.
yeah. I want to. Okay,
So I
wait.
have some questions for you.
Okay, this is what I wanted to show you.
You'll get a manicure, she should.
Look,
So I have some questions for you.
right there. Why? Where is her fingers bent? What? Why is her finger? Because you'll notice, like,
Maybe she is always in the washing and water. Or maybe she's just one of them sweaty bitches and she got all aroused at the rocks.
I think you were onto something when you're saying she's stroking her big strap on, walking around her house screaming my name,
That's
tippers,
right.
and
Yeah, she is. And getting tampons and
yeah.
thinking what else she's doing. That's just the bit she's telling us.
Well, the funniest thing too about this is she even lies.
Tell me what this is.
Joel, can I just say,
Don't go
you
look up.
must be thrilled. No wonder you're making videos about sausages. These are your buddies.
Yeah.
This is what you're hanging around with, Joel. This is what you're reduced to. Jesus Christ almighty.
Yep.
My other channel. Don't look it up. If you're into rocks, you should know this one. You should.
Oh, what the fuck?
I don't know.
Yeah, you should. In fact, this rock, believe it or not,
Dear God.
is made out of the same thing this one is.
Now,
I feel I've been educated.
this looks like a smushed up Butterfingers or something. The funny thing is well, it's not funny. I'm just.
Yes, they are.
Wow.
Oh, good
She
night.
sounds like Boohoo when he says yes.
Yes.
Yes,
It's
look
not
at my
always this.
rocks.
Sometimes it's this.
Yes.
It's all involved in the formation. Same thing, just different minerals.
Wow.
It's riveting.
You know, I don't know
know
where
what
I
these bosses
don't
do.
know why. I know I'll sleep a lot better for this tonight. Thank you. I feel I've been fucking. My eyes have been opened.
You should hear her talk about knives.
Ew.
Yeah, Hooligan just said, Paul
There's one for you.
Wyoming, she's just a larger Mrs. P. I think you might have hit it right on the edge. She is retarded. You put together all the clues, this now, the screenshot she shows with Katie and her fucking heads popping up, the fact that she was stalking Nikki's sister and hadn't edited the photo. Come on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she posted that. Yeah, she really is. Her and Katie are well suited for one another. That's all I know. But I'm just am very curious about why your fingers are so dehydrated. These are very you need to uptake your water intake, Wyoming. This is not a good sign, especially when you don't have wrinkly hands. Otherwise, look at that thumb. That is one smooth thumb. Yeah, she is completely retarded. And the thing is, and now she's going to cry and she's going to say, because she actually did have a stroke. She had a cerebral brain hemorrhage, just like my grandfather did 30 years ago or so.
So this explains why she's the way she is.
Well, I don't know if she's really impaired in that from that anymore. I would say
this is not normal.
She has very functioning cognitive
but it could
behavior.
be certain kinds of the brain that's fucked.
I just think she's a weirdo. I just think she's a weird lady who is obsessed with knives and guns and rocks, and she likes to threaten.
And she's so embraced that lifestyle that she's more manly than the men, and so she's like on the shit. You know, she's not the kind of lady you take to a dance ever. You know, and put a pretty dress on her. She said to me, I look like a fucking man. I nearly fell off my fucking stool. I could not believe that with its short back and fucking sides said, you look like a man. I was like, whoa, what the fuck?
Well, the sad thing is she didn't even get all the things about the rocks right. She messed up quite a few things about these rocks. She was calling one rocks a name that doesn't even exist. She mixed up
one rock. Running through Gemini.
I did.
Oh God.
I did. Oh, hold on, I'm trying to find it.
Oh fuck. Wyoming.
Hold on. There it is.
You can't fuck about with Gemini.
No, listen, I can't stop running things through Gemini. Okay, so here's what it said. Psychological analysis of rock enthusiast.
It is great fun, isn't it, Gemini?
Look at this. I said, was she wrong about any of her rocks?
And they said?
She was. Well,
oh,
can you give me a psychological analysis of this video? I have too much free time. Okay. Core dynamic, vindictive and resentment. The driving force behind this video is a strong sense of vindication mixed with resentment. The speaker begins by referencing past insults where she, referring to herself in the third person as Wyoming, was called dumb or stupid for her interest in rocks. The I told you so moment. She observes that rocks and crystals have recently become trendy or cool in the mainstream, likely referring to the surge in popularity of crystal healing and aesthetic collecting. Resentment is the bandwagon. Instead of being happy that others now share her interest, she is angry. She feels that people now liking rocks are the same types of people who used to mock her for it. This creates revenge of the nerd dynamic, where she seeks to punish new enthusiasts for their past ignorance. Gatekeeping. Should be aggressive gatekeeping, the social behavior where the person establishes themselves as the legitimate authority while actively trying to exclude or delegitimize others. So she says, what is this? And do you know the difference? She's setting the audience up to fail. These aren't educational questions. They are challenges designed to prove that the audience is ignorant. You don't know shit about rocks. They quote her there. You don't know.
Christ.
So
you reckon even AI is cracking a little laugh at this point?
they're taking pop shots at her, Tracy, and they don't care.
Yeah.
So emotional undercurrents, paradoxically, and everything. So it goes into all this. Now, here I ask, was she wrong about any of her rocks? And listen to Gemini here. Gemini's getting real snarky. Yes, ironically, for someone criticizing others for quote unquote not knowing shit about rocks, look at Gemini's rude.
Yeah, he's got a sense of humor. He gets to know you and speaks
Yeah.
your kind of
Yeah.
language.
She made several significant errors. Wyoming, are you paying attention, lady? Here's a breakdown of what she got wrong.
Oh,
The main error. I don't even know what this word is. Organite. This was her biggest mistake. Around, gives me timestamps, 232 and 856 marks. She shows a flat polished stone, which looks like lattice sunstone, and a reddish brown spiky cluster, which is argonite. Aragonite, whatever it's this. Her claim, she calls them organite and insists they are the same thing. The reality. Organite is not a mineral. It is a made-up word, usually referring to the orgonite, a man-made mixture of resin, metal shavings, and quartz used in a metaphysical practice. Aragonite, the spiky reddish cluster, is a calcium carbonate mineral, and it gives the mineral scientific. Sunstone is a feldspar mineral, silicate. Verdict, they are not the same thing. They have completely different chemical compositions, hardnesses, and crystal structures. She's likely confused the similar sounding names or was misinformed by a seller. Then this one's huge. Natural creatine or citrine.
yeah.
She shows a crunchy orange and yellow crystal cluster, aggressively claims it's pure.
Yeah, look at my rock.
Yeah, look at this. She's got the natural rocks, right? Not heat treated. Reality. It's extremely rare and almost never forms in geode clusters like the one she showed. It usually grows in individual points and has a consistent pale champagne or smoky yellow color.
Oh,
The cluster she showed has the characteristic burnt orange or brownish yellow tip color. That is a hallmark of heat treated amethyst.
someone sold it a fucking Google.
Yep.
Shit. Don't you
Visually,
know?
the piece has all the traits of fake heat treated rock.
Ah,
She's a fraud, Tracy.
either she's a fraud or someone sold her the things as a fraud. Either way, we're dealing with
The rock expert should know the difference between a
exactly.
fake site, whatever that rock is,
Yeah,
and
she's
heat treated.
the kind that you could tell her anything. She's a half-wit.
The bottom
Yes,
line is Wyoming knows nothing about rocks, obviously, and Gemini has proven this. And so her whole grievance is about the ignorant rock people out here. Wyoming, you need to brush yourself up on your rocks, lady, because look at all that you got wrong. I mean, this is embarrassing.
And
You
even AI is picking up that you're an aggressive little nomad.
She got several things right.
Summary.
Yeah. The irony of this video is while she mocks new rock collectors for being ignorant, she falls into a very common trap herself, confusing trade names with mineral science, claiming a feldspar sunstone and a carbonite agronite are the same mineral because they look vaguely similar or have similar metaphysical associations is a fundamental geological error. Fundamentally, you don't know shit about rocks, Wyoming. And I don't know how to help you out here, lady. It's very sad.
She kicked off with me one day, randomly. I wasn't saying nothing to her. She made a video shouting, "You don't know nothing about mountains. I go hiking at mountains." Well, I thought, well, I've shown I do, but I haven't seen a video of you doing it yet. Has she ever shown a video of her hiking or anything?
Look, there's been a demand for a hiking video from her for a long time now, very long time, and she has yet to produce this video, and I don't know what's taking her so long.
So she's angry with me because my little diddly mountains that I do climb her but she's not going to climb up any. She's just going to talk about it. Okay.
Every time she's supposed to go, something, happens either with the weather or with the,
Yeah.
some tragedy. Her rocks need to be
But expect her not
tumbled.
to go out. Yeah.
Her bird gets sick every single time. It's
She had
crazy.
a migraine and had to wear her glasses indoors. And
Migraines. It's last week she was about to get kicked out of her apartment. She blamed it on Munchie, who she claims is me. And yeah, it's something every time. Now I wanted to show you another video. I have to locate it though, and I'm not having much luck right now.
so shall I do a share and you
Yes,
look?
yes. Yeah, go ahead and take me down. Or I'll
Okay.
take you. Oops.
Now this is the one I really looked forward to.
Okay.
So share. Right. Oh, it's not that one, it's that one. So hang on, I'm gonna work out how to do that thing because we don't need to see her. Oh, it's behind us. No, I gotta click them too, yeah? Yes, right.
Yeah, there you go.
I want to answer a few things of this. I'm gonna speed her up and I won't do it at 2 times because that's a bit too much for her. Let's go 1.5. Okay, now bear in mind, I've been inactive for about 3 weeks. I think it might be more, but it's about 3. Hello, Lisa, Mrs. Butler.
Yeah, Lisa.
I've been inactive for about 3 weeks, nothing out of me. So this is what, here we go.
Because I've not gone live for a long time. But I hear I've been mentioned a lot in Tiffany's live streams, I'm just going to say, Tiffany, you go online saying that you never called my family, Tiffany? It's on my community tab. Your friend Tracy at you posted your images and your live recordings live on her channel.
Right, this is about the 50th time I've said this same thing, but I'll say it again. This is exactly what went down. Me, Tiffany, as in her, on you, Joel, which is Glenn, FEVBC, Acker Troller, Acker, I pretend to be a woman to get people's grandchildren's pictures. We're all in a private chat. There was a man who was insisting and making a public call. He wasn't saying it in code. He was outrightly saying, you all need to call law enforcement. We need to get Tiffany's son examined by a doctor because he's been messed about with. Katie was the first person every time on the video with comment within minutes, this video. Forrest would change, save, share it, and they'd make this call out. Katie was the first person within a minute of that video going out. Katie was all over it. Tiffany was at her wit's end. I saw the fucking doorbell cam of the policeman there and saying, we're going to have to see to the kids and we're going to, this got a little bit further now. We're going to have to. So she's at her wit's end. Plus everybody's fighting with her. Now at this point, her and Yaxley aren't friends. I immediately go to Yaxley and I say, Yaxley, right now, the dirty shit that they're doing, even though, and I'm not keen on her because I wasn't her friend either at this point, if you remember, Tiffany, we weren't friends.
No.
I said, this is fucking bad and I do not want to be tied up in this. And if we're both attacking her, we become part of this big snowball and they're going at the kid. They can end up with that kid being looked at by doctors and fucking his head up. And Yaxley said, I agree. So I then said to Tiffany, I approached Tiffany, not Tiffany to me, and I say, listen, I ain't going to attack you. I don't like what they're doing. Yaxley's not going to attack you. It's all good. Isn't that how me and you came to be all right? That was the moment, wasn't it?
Yes.
So what happens is me, Glenn, FEVBC, Joel, and Tiffany are talking about it day and night. Tiffany's having a nervous breakdown. We're trying to work out how we can stop it. We know we're hitting brick walls with everything, but we know that the person who's egging it on, the person who's then promoting it and telling other communities, oh, look at this, and acting like it's real, we decide that maybe her family, if they know what she's doing, that she will stop. Because we were convinced that if they knew how bad, because that was pretty bad, wanting to get Tiffany's son to be anally examined. Come on.
Well, I mean, Malibu just recently admitted again to telling her therapist, claiming that's who called CPS. But I mean, CPS showed up with the police and it was a serious investigation, and they still were not stopping. They still weren't satisfied. They would not stop talking about these things that never happened.
It was always Katie, wasn't it? Katie would then make a stream about it and play it with Frank, but she was also the first comment in there. She would share it. She was always the common denominator. So
Frank made and posted over 200 videos with clips of the sick fuck saying the things that he was saying about my kid, and reposted them on YouTube hundreds of times. Hundreds.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is after they called CPS on me, and CPS showed up saying I was...
Listen, it was fucking nuts. It was so nuts, I couldn't stand Tiffany at that point. I actually said, listen, I ain't fighting with her while this is going on. And then we got to speaking. So that's how I came to be friendly with Tiffany. Now, what happened was, we, as a threesome, come up with the decision. Now, I get up and Tiffany and Trollope are already talking about it. I wake up in the morning and Tiffany's saying, listen, I don't know what to do. I feel like calling her family and saying to them, look what she's doing. I
don't even know if it was my idea, but all I know is
that's what the conversation was between you and Joel.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. It wasn't just Tiffany saying things. Joel was saying things.
Well, now, he was on my ass about getting restraining orders on her and other people.
We've already shown it live, and I'll open it again. I'll open it at the end of this.
So I got desperate, and I'm like, I don't think her family realizes she's streaming until 5 a.m. with her son yelling in the background, screaming the whole time. I said, if they heard the things that she was saying about my child... So I sent her mom on Messenger a link with no note attached to it. I didn't say any words. I just sent her a link to Katie's stream from the evening before, because it was it went on till 5 a.m. She was screaming. She wished death on me and cancer and hopes my kid winds up in foster care and all these things. I sent her the link to that live stream. Her mom never got the message.
Oh, no, if you remember, she actually went on a vendetta where she was going to actively make sure Jeff kicked you out for Christmas.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes,
for
I do.
Christmas.
Yeah, so it was bad enough I have this very serious police and CPS investigation, which obviously didn't result in anything, because my kid would have been removed. I would be in prison right now, right? So she's making false...
the kid's Christmas Day, man.
Yeah.
Gosh. Come on.
Yeah, it was horrific what they did, what she was doing to me at the time. So I sent her mom a link to the live stream she had done the night prior. She never saw the message, Tracy. She never opened it. She never got it. It was never received. Okay, that was it.
I then wake up and these two have been having this chat, and Tiffany says, I've texted. I say, do you know what? Someone should fucking play the recording of her screaming her fucking head off to the mother on the phone. I then take the number and I call the mother. I call her twice. On the first one, and both times it goes to voicemail. Now, I am not with Tiffany at this point. I'm in Wales over here. I have made this decision that fuck it, the text isn't good enough. I'm going to do that. On the first recording, I line up Katie saying, I hope you die. I hope you have an overdose. That was the first one. And the second one was text to speech. Your daughter is online, raging every night, all hours with her kids, whatever. Those, I swear, on my grandchildren's life, on my dog's life, on anybody I cared about, on Dan's life, on everybody's life, Yaxley's life, everybody, Tiffany's. I didn't call no more than twice. Now, Katie says in her video, this is a few of the 100 and odd messages that were sent, threatening messages. Now, if you threatened my mother, let's pretend that Tiffany threatens my mother today. And Tiffany in the first message says, plays a recording of me. And in the second message says, your daughter is online raging all night. But in the other 126 or whatever it is, she's threatening my mother, threatening me. What samples do you think I would play for you to convince you that Tiffany threatened my mother? Do you think it would be the video of me screaming about people dying of cancer? Or do you think that I'd select one where one of these threats are being made, threatening her mother because she says her mother was threatened, her son was threatened? Why isn't she playing those ones? Why every time she tells this story, she says this is two of several, she says, of many voice notes? Well, why only those two? Play us a different two.
Right. Play the ones that have actual threats in them, because those two messages show you hollering at me, wishing death on me by cancer and overdose. And then the next one is a computer generated voice saying, hey, you better check on what your daughter's doing because she's raging every night in your home, ignoring your grandson. Because that was happening every night. That's
not a threat, is it? That's more like, if you put it into a box, it would be concerned citizen. But here's what's really telling, that your mother doesn't say, Tiffany, Katie, that sounds terrible. Your mother just says, look at this, what these people have sent me. And it's her daughter's voice. She's not even admonishing her daughter in private.
Nope.
Do you know what I mean? She's not even admonishing
out of 187 voice notes that were supposedly sent to her mom, and they decided never to call the police. They never called the police about this. That would be clear harassment.
And Katie only ever shows two.
Yeah, and the two she shows make her look like a raging lunatic.
Wow.
Yeah, that makes zero sense. I mean, that's just not.
I swear. Now, she's shown that she's got the mother's phone, okay? Why doesn't she play one of the other audios or the text messages? But remember, we want to see the screen because we want them to see that they're right close to that one she just played us, because she could start sending herself ones now.
Right.
So we would want to see them in date being played immediately after those two. So what we're requesting is not that you now go and produce audio that you pretend is one of the messages, Katie. What we want you to do is play 1, 2, 3. For example, you know, we want you to
go in succession, play all of them. You've obviously saved them for evidence for your restraining order, right? So just play them.
Just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play us the first 10, but you must play us those first 2, and we must
also,
see it like that.
You need to prove that I'm harassing some in-law of yours, okay? Because you keep saying that I'm harassing somebody who, and your brother's, your son's wife.
Well, Tiffany, you've got this audio, because I don't hide my streams, where I'm saying I called the mother twice.
Yeah.
Off my own back. Those are the 2. I'm swearing on all this holy. If I fucking never wake up in the morning, that is the only 2 things that happen. That's it.
Yeah. No, I've never once called a member of her family, but she's called plenty of mine.
So let me just tell you what happened. Joel and me also had a private chat without Tiffany. And when Tiffany, me and Joel, Glenn FEVBC, fell out, me and Glenn, but it was Glenn's idea. I've shown this, but I did go along with it. I've apologised more times than I care to. Every fucking time I go live,
It's
we end
ridiculous.
up, and I'll do it again. Me and Glenn, to get back at Tiffany, decided to show partial messages of Tiffany talking about I've had enough about calling mum, and left it at that, and then it's cut to other messages. The fact of it is in the same messages, Joel, Glenn FEVBC, says things like, and I've shown it live, I'll show it again at the end of this. Oh, I've got a picture of Doris somewhere. What's her dad's name? I found the brother, but I can't find her father. Doris needs to know. I think Doris should be told this. It was 3 of us, not just Tiffany. It was the 3 of us.
Well,
but
the
it
bottom
was
line
more.
is nobody harassed her mom. Her mother was not harassed.
Percentages of guilt, I would be 45% to blame because I make the actual calls. Tiffany and Joel would be the other 2 split. Whatever is left, 55, they'd be between them, 27 and a half each. I'm the biggest culprit in it. If there was a court case and it was illegal, I'd get the biggest slap.
Well, Tracy, the last I checked, it's not illegal to call somebody's phone number and leave them a voice message. It's just not. 187 times probably would be. That's a lot of phone calls, especially if somebody says, don't contact me. But none of these things happened. There was never any message from her mother.
Too. That's right. Like she cut off the results of the scan. I can show you scans I've had. When I came off my scooter, remember about a year ago?
Yep.
My scooter,
you landed in the bush. Yeah.
Because I broke the one where I broke the wrist and broke my scooter. I was gutted, man.
Oh, really?
It was rattling, and I paid about £100 to get the fucking thing fixed. I ended up having an MRI scan. Now, I could show you that MRI scan and say, look, they put me into the MRI scan because they were looking for a tumour. But it's what the actual end outcome was. At the end of it, they said, you have a fractured wrist. This is what's Katie haven't shown you that. All she's shown you is patient was sent for a scan because she said this. That's all she's shown you.
No, she showed it. It said no acute brain findings.
No, but in the one that I showed,
the
most recent one, all she shows is that she was sent for these tests and why. It doesn't show what the test finds. You showed one that says no abnormalities detected, but in a different word, saying
Yep. On every test they ran, it said no acute brain findings.
And how long is she going to dine out on this stroke? When was it? 2023? We're in 2026.
It was 2023. Yeah.
How long is she going to dine out on this? How long? Seriously.
Well, this has been her claim to fame now for 3 years solid. So, it's like, if she didn't talk about this, then she would be stuck talking about feet.
She's got nothing. Listen, this is how I know nothing has changed in Katie's world. Over the last few weeks, when I have had time to look at the computer, I've been spoiled for choice. There's a lot going on in Palestine. There's all these with the Accords. So I'm spoiled for choice, and I've got to tell you, I'm only sub to very few people. In the end, I'm sub to Lisa. A lot of the time, I don't even know what Lisa's videos are on about. But just because I don't know the fucking people. It's a different circle. So I may thumb the video up, but you might not see any sign of me. But I haven't even been looking at people's videos. I haven't been reading comments. I haven't been interested in anything. Yet she's got to bring up all these things to give her an excuse to go live. Now I'm going live to debunk her, but there was nothing going on.
No, nothing.
There was nothing going on.
No, nobody. Meanwhile, Tracy, she's been all over the place talking about you and I and bringing our
Yeah.
names up on other channels and doing her typical.
And she,
But
yes.
you and I organically never bring her up, only to defend ourselves, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is that
I'm not gonna lie, I do love it when she goes. That's when you can guarantee I'm gonna hit her. When I get told she's gone live and she's lying, because I love the ad hoc lying on spec. I love taking that shit apart. Because I know I got the fucking anecdote to every fucking one of them.
Tracy, that stream was a doozy.
Well, I'm ready to play a little because there's a few things I want to answer. Starting with, here we go.
But you deny that, right, Tiffany? You go real life on people and you want to point out that people go real life on you? Last I checked, Tiffany, you went real life on Scotty. Yeah, you did.
Isn't her last community post threatening somebody called Hooded Claw?
Yes.
Because of Penny. Penny,
Yes.
you want to mind that don't whip over your house. That can still come for you, love, because I know that's coming from you, Penny. And
Yep.
I'm the person who brokered all those things going on around your house. And I can broker it to happen again, Penny. So you carry on. If I get to hear Hooded Claw or anyone around him has any real life problem, I'm going to presume it's you, Penny.
He's not doing anything to anybody, Tracy.
But how ironic. There she is talking about you threatening real life. And she's threatening someone just because they're in your comments.
Yeah, basically.
And
You did. You went after her boyfriend, her daughter, her neighbors, all people in her life. You did that. You act like, you don't deserve payback? Of course you do, Tiffany. I tell you what, Tiffany, I don't care what form of intimidation you want to place on me. It's not going to work. Get together your band of crews, or you're like your fucking weirdos that you run around with, TT6, these fucking weirdos like Tracy and Yaxley.
I will repeat very quickly. Yaxley stopped speaking to Tiffany last May. Glenn stopped speaking to Tiffany the November before that May. They haven't spoken. So this band of
We're not a very close crew, Tracy.
Well, look, let's be real. Glenn moved on to another factor. It was a very short period of time. I was never in TT6, though. I know the only people in TT6 were people Glenn knew in real life, people he interacted with in real life. That are the people who were in TT6. I was friends with members of TT6, Jane, Glenn, Ninny, Sofa, CEO. I was friends with people in that group. Well, I wouldn't even say I was friends with Sofa. I think we spoke twice. She wasn't around long enough for me to have any opinion. It was already done and dusted. You're full of shit. Tiffany was out of the look. Let's be real. My stance on it was, I appreciate Glenn and Yaxley don't want to speak to Tiffany and they feel angry with her for whatever reason, but she hasn't done anything to me. Therefore, I am going to continue being all right with her. And that's how it's been, haven't it, Tiffany? Yep. Now, I know maybe Glenn secretly hates me for that. I don't know. I don't care. My truth was, if you don't say nothing to me, and I don't care what so-and-so says, you said, if I hear you, I'm going to come for you. And since then, I hate to say, we have a little laugh and get along. And
I know it pains you greatly.
No, it is. We do, don't we? When we don't speak often, but when we do, we gel really well. And I haven't got to keep repeating and explaining. You get it immediately what I'm saying to you. And that, I enjoy them kinds of interactions. I don't want it to be painful and having to explain them fucking,
You have time for that, right?
Yeah. And me and Tiffany are often in the same boat. For some reason, when Katie attacks Tiffany, she has to attack people who aren't here as well. Yaxley, me, Tony, anybody. So that's when you'll see me and Tiffany come out as a collaboration, if you like.
Yeah.
But there's been periods where we don't speak sometimes for weeks on end. I haven't got to explain it anyway. If I want to speak to her every day, I fucking will. It's none of your business.
She's nuts. She's
Yeah,
nuts. She
well,
has to create these narratives in order to monsterize us. You know what I'm saying?
well,
Like,
and
it just
have a
doesn't.
reason to go live. She hasn't got nothing to come out live and say, hey, in the news today, what are you thinking about this in the Senate? Your brain is just focused on, they said I got no feet, they said I fucked a banana, da 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 da.
Yeah.
Frank Adam
Yep.
is not 18, da 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 da. It's
Yeah,
like a
and-
loop. It's fucking insane, man.
It's all
Yeah,
she
well,
has. It's sad.
This is about to get very painful for Fatty. We're not playing it all. I just
Bring him. Bring him. You've been trying this for the past 3 years. I'm still standing.
You're not standing, you're sitting.
Yeah, she's gone in real life on countless people. I suggest you guys follow this channel right here. Troll Rules' channel has every fucking anything you want to know about Tiffany is on that channel. Live receipts. Open up
They're not live. They're not live receipts. They're all doctored. And if you look, he hides the dates and the times with a little black box, and that's so that he can put a conversation up that looks like a conversation. It's not. It's different conversations taken from different chats put together to make the conversation that he wants. It's been proven live. That's not how you open something live. I'll show you now in a minute something live being open, Katie. There we go.
The person that she is actually. In your community, she puts on the show that she's a really nice person. You're not a nice person, Tiffany. You've never been a nice person.
Oh.
You play victim. You always insert yourself in other people's bullshit.
Oh.
You want to be the center of attention no matter what. You get like, involved with these people. The entire time you're recording them, setting them up. That's what you do, Tiffany. And you switch teams and you turn on everybody. Everybody. You've not been loyal to anybody you've been friends with, Tiffany. Not one fucking person have you ever been loyal to.
She has so much.
Where's all your friends from all the communities she's been in, Tiffany? How many communities has she been in over the years?
Oh gosh, I couldn't even tell you, honestly. Dozens.
Well, I'd say at least 5, 6. Where are all her friends? Where's Forrest? Where's Viper? Where's fucking Harry? Any of them? Why are none of those people around her? Why aren't the Von Trolls from famous days of being Mrs. Anonymous Dick? Why aren't they commenting on any of her shit? Why has she got to hide the things up on her videos?
That's a good question. I think because probably she wears out her welcome rather, eventually. Yeah.
Well, if you remember, she showed her studio and Glenn noticed she was getting like 3 thumbs up and 6 thumbs down. That's why she hides the thumbs. It doesn't matter what she gets on a community post. You can thumb that up with fucking 100 channels if you want. It doesn't count. It doesn't help you. So here we go. Hang on. It comes.
Thank you, Wyoming. Yes. Check out that channel right there. Everything you ever want to know about Tiffany is on for my child. You went after my
here
stroke.
we go. This is
you sold your friends out. I mean, I tried to warn people about you.
Yeah.
You went around telling people I was psychotic. I was obsessed with you. Bullshit, Tiffany. You never left my community. You've been back and forth with my community and the Karama community. You know what? If you come back in my community, raise hell with me, you're damn straight I'm going to follow you. Especially after you went after my family. You went after my child. You went after my stroke. You know, for years, you called my family. You called my mother 187 times, Tiffany.
She nearly said 178 then, and that's a catalyst.
187 times. You went after my mother and my sister and my brother.
Her brother now,
around,
too.
You know, impersonating my daughter-in-law.
Here's the daughter-in-law. You
lost a child in July. Her child was stillborn. My granddaughter was stillborn. And you're going around harassing her, doxing her, posting her phone number, pretending to be her online because you think it's going to intimidate me. No, bitch, it's not. It makes me, I don't know. You're just like, I'm not going to leave, Tiffany. You're not going to chase me off like that.
Have you been telling her to get off YouTube or anything? This is what it sounds
No.
like. It's mad,
No.
isn't it? Here's the
Yeah,
funny
it's
thing, though. My daughter gave birth, I think the baby's now about 3 months old, maybe 2. Do you know what? You know, the first couple of weeks, because I knew it was hard for her because she got a daughter as well, and the daughter's feeling a little bit pushed out, only young, you know how it is.
Yeah.
I was taking meals round and saying, look, I've made lasagna, and do you want me to take the little one out while you have a sleep with the baby? And, you know, I was doing helpful things. Why don't you go and do some of those helpful things, Katie? Go and be helpful, go and be nice instead of posting their private business all over YouTube. You're fighting with yourself at this point. You're shouting into an echo chamber because these things aren't happening. You're saying things like, you're not going to drive me out because you got no other reason to go live. There's nothing in you. You couldn't come up and say, hey, do you know what? Look at these daffodils I planted. Look how lovely they are. Or there's nothing in you. You're just a poisonous, fat, toxic, ugly cunt. Your hair was greasy in your mugshot when you were 20, and it was greasy in your stroke picture. You have already peaked, Katie. You're full of loose flab at best. You're still a big fat bastard. Life has peaked for you. You spent the major years of your life harassing women online, projecting your physical fucking obesity onto them. What did you actually get out of it? What was the prize, Katie?
She's turned herself into a consumer, Tracy. All she does is consume.
Yeah. And I'm glad. I want this life to go on for you. I don't want you to die. I want it to go on and on and on to the point where you wish to die. Because it's just it's not going to get any better, Katie. This is it. This is it. Your fantasies on your of my guy, and then he comes on a stream and tells everyone how Katie made me realise about my sexuality. I bet she did. It'd turn any fucking man gay. Come on, if you get back underneath the, you want to come out here bitching, I ain't going to be nice and genteel about it. You're a fat, horrible blob. You act like the obesity came because you had a stroke. No, you had a stroke because you were obese. Because it was more important for you to be online 24 hours a day, fighting with women you don't even know, projecting your fucking bile and spinning your shit. That's why you were obese. The obese came after, the stroke came after the obesity. So you can fuck off I was obese because I had a stroke. No, you were a fat, greedy pig who wanted to be online, bullying people 24 hours a day. When you eventually got with Frank, you were so paranoid that he'd work out you were lying. You were literally monitoring YouTube 24 hours a day. Can you remember that, Tiffany, how paranoid she was?
It was bizarre.
24 hours a day. She was going back and forth, checking no one was making him a comment, saying anything about it. She was literally monitoring YouTube for months on end.
Yep. In fact, there's a couple times where I would happen to be on panel with him, and she wasn't there. She was, fell asleep because of her lack of sleep. And she woke up and she flew on that panel so fast, Tracy. Her head must have spun around when she woke up and I was up there. And it was sad.
Yeah. Pathetic. It was pathetic. So
yes.
Here we go a bit more.
I don't cave into your intimidation factors. I just don't. I don't care if you have Crunch and Munch or Munchie coming after me, Patty, what are these people that you run around with the Chosen One community? I don't give a fuck. Bring them. I don't fucking care. You're driving.
Is this one of it? I'll fight you all. I'll bare knuckle fight you.
You're friends with.
Yeah, she wants us all to engage in a street fight.
This is like when she was raging at me for 20 minutes. This is the exact same pattern. Mm-hmm. This is a similar video. This is all she does. It's like I could come out here and fucking talk about castles and anything that goes in my head. Oh, she's one tracked. That's it. That's why she got to create. And she says things like, "You're not intimidating me. Nobody's even speaking to you, you big fat cunt." That's the horrible fucking reality of it. Nobody gives a fuck about you, even Frank.
No.
Them for you. These people are trolling people in this community for you. For you. You think Crunch and Munch gives a fuck about anybody in this community? No, she's fighting your battles. Your fucking battles.
She's funny.
So I'm gonna read the chat right now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get to a bit where she
Oh,
keeps.
what am I doing? I hate the way StreamYard's changed since I've used it last. You go around accusing of Wyoming and me and other people of doing revenge porn against you. You're doing live streams with a guy who actually puts your revenge porn everywhere. And you don't have anything to say about that. You and fucking Nikki you went around like smooching this guy's ass because he did a live stream talking about me. And you smooched his fucking ass. Kissed up to this guy. And now Nikki says he's abusive to women. Yeah, okay. The same guy that posted Tiffany's porn everywhere, did live recordings, live reviewings of her fucking porn, and put it all on YouTube. It's on, like, what was it? The Wayback Machine, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, he has all kinds of links about you, Tiffany. This is why people find links about you, because your friend Yaxley put it out there against you.
Oh, it's not because you gave it to. Hang on, let me remember the chain of custody. What was the chain of custody? Forrest gave it to you. You gave it to Jenny Girl, and Jenny Girl put it on Pornhub. Wasn't that how it went down? Wasn't that the chain of custody?
Yep.
Katie?
Yep.
You see, here's another thing.
No,
Kate.
she posted it too on Google Plus, Tracy. I mean, it's been
Also,
all over.
when I was in Africa, I wasn't speaking to Katie. And one of our first conversations as we started to interact was, she sent me a clip of a video and it was Tiffany. And I said, "What the fuck?" And she said, "I secretly recorded that." That's all you need to know. I got the fucking conversation. Yep. She recorded it. Now, look, say now I go and stab the neighbour because the neighbour plays music loud and I stab him. When the police come, I can't say to the police, "Well, hang on, you can't do me because the man around the corner just stabbed someone. Why aren't you, if he does it, I can do it." Yeah, that's exactly what your basic argument is, Katie, is that because some man in Britain did it, that gives you and Wyoming free reign. I don't think that's how the courts work, Katie, to be fair. I don't think the courts work it like that. I think it's, we're talking to you, cunt. You're the one on charge. That's another matter. We're talking about you. Why are you and that weirdo saving other women's
images like that? It's creepy as fuck.
It's fucking weird. It's as weird as fucking Joel saving the fucking sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen to me. What that's coming out with.
Let's see. Yeah, Yaxie's very abusive to all women. I'm not surprised that he was going after Amber. This is what Nikki was saying, that he was going after Amber, whatever. I'm not surprised. He goes after everybody. I mean, a year ago, he was posting Amber's voicemails over on TT6 on Roman's Glenn. I know him as Glenn. In my community, it goes by Glenn. But in the Karma community, it goes by Roman because Nikki gave him that nickname, Roman. Anyway, last year, Tiffany started posting all of Amber's private messages on her community tab.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't. Because there was an argument over who was going to get the voice notes. I'll tell you now. I was going
to be honest, Tracy, and this is one thing.
It was me and Glenn were fighting. We were demanding them.
Yeah,
Glenn was more. I'm going to be truthful. I'm not going to cut anyone slack here. Glenn was the biggest demander of them, but I was second, saying, "Give them to me." I was mad as fuck that she had shared the post saying I'd shot bullet holes in Katie's eyes. I had defended Amber. I had defended her when Lycan posted things about her that I thought were a bit cruel. I defended her, and then I see a fucking community post making out I'm shooting people in the eyes. So I did want her voice note. You're fucking damn right I did. I was pissed right off.
Yeah.
But Glenn
And people keep
also
saying that I was pressuring
never had
Glenn to.
a chance of getting them.
Yeah, no, I said I didn't want him. I said that out of the gate. I said I wouldn't touch
Yeah, but
those.
you would listen. Let's be real, Tiffany. If he actually have had him, right,
Mhm.
and the three of us demanded him, who do you think would be most likely to get him first?
Glenn. Oh,
'Cause
to get no, he actually offered them to me. He came to me privately. He
Yeah.
said, "Listen, I'm mad," and I said, "Look, I'm as much as I would enjoy that."
But
And
that's to set the scene for that. But that's all water under a bridge.
yeah, it's not even a big deal anymore. But the thing is that she's claiming I never posted those things. It's
Never.
absolutely
They
never.
were played on a live stream, which was then all sorted out between all the parties.
Airing out all of her private messages. Yeah. Good guy that guy is.
We're gonna do.
Yeah, he's very scary. I get that. He's not scary to me. Yeah.
I gotta keep playing that.
I would stay away from TT6. These people are stalkers. And Tiffany was a founding member of that group.
What?
In the beginning, TT6 was Glenn, aka Roman, and Tiffany. And
No, it wasn't. It was Glenn and your friend Penny, and that was
I was a founding
TT4.
member.
You're mixing up two groups. TT4, Penny, your pal, made that group. TT6 is Glenn's group, where Glenn interacts with people he knows in real life. Nobody else gets into TT6 chats in a circle. I've never even been in that. And Glenn preferred me over Tiffany, so I know if I ain't been in there, she certainly ain't.
I wasn't part of any of the groups. I kept my distance for a reason, you know. And
You were in the TT4 one, but that was Penny's.
and Penny plopped me in there. I you know what I mean? Like the
You
whole thing.
haven't been in TT6, have you? Or have you?
No. Savannah demands it all.
So, well, this is what bullshitter she is. You and Glenn, I know.
Everything that came out of her mouth during the stream was a fucking lie. All of it. It was insane. Everything she said was a lie. I want to know why she's stalking her own daughter-in-law. That's sick. Posting her number. Does your family know? Does your son know you're doing that to your daughter-in-law who just lost a baby, you sicko? Because it sure as hell isn't me. I will take that on everything. I will put that on everything. I don't even know if my life depended on it right now.
Call the
police. Yeah, like you tell me all the time. I mean it.
Call the fucking police.
Report that channel to the police.
I think she should call you.
Yep.
I think she should send the police to the house. If that's what she says you've been doing. That's a criminal. That would be a criminal offence to make fun of a woman who lost a baby. That's some kind of next level weird shit.
Well, to dox her phone number and everything, yeah, absolutely, it's a criminal offense. And again, I don't know this woman's name. I couldn't, if my life depended on it right now, and they said, "What's her daughter-in-law's name?" I couldn't tell you. I'd die. I'd have no clue.
But why doesn't Katie show? Why doesn't Katie show the proof of you doing? Because anybody can just talk like she can pretend she's had a stroke and just show us. I got a little treat for you guys. I'm going to be posting this public because it's now mine and I got the copyright on it, I'm pretty sure. But I'm going to play you a little minute. So let's go back to what Katie's saying here while this primes. She's talking about Yaxley, yeah?
Yeah.
Penny Bunny, they were the leaders of TT6 and Roman, aka Glenda, and they bounced her out of that fucking group. But she's going back and forth. I mean, she's still friends with the queen of TT6, Tracy, and the shitlord of TT6, Yaxley.
Well, this is the funny thing. we were never part of TT6. I'm telling you, it was me and Yaxley mixed in with TT6. I've never been in that fucking group. But you know, you just described Yaxley very colourfully there, didn't you? And how he would never fuck with you and how you got his number marked, yeah? Let's see if you go back to it a minute.
Fucking piece of shit.
There we go. This is what I wanted.
Anyway, let's talk about what you did to my my kid, Tiffany. You know those this Trauma True History channel. I know who that person is, and you know who that person is, Tiffany, as well. But that person is good friends with Yaxley, right? Anyway, they're going around using live recordings of private messages I had with Yaxley in 2021. When you can hear my kid in the background, because I was talking to him privately. And he aired my
Hang on.
history channel. I know who that person is, and you know who that person is, Tiffany,
Get
as well.
ready.
But that person is good friends with Yaxley, right? Anyway, they're going around using live recordings of private messages I had with Yaxley in 2021. When you can hear my kid in the background, because I was talking to him privately. And he aired my private messages out. You know those live, this Trauma True History. You know those live, this Trauma True History channel. I know who that person is, and you know who that person is, Tiffany, as well. But that person is good friends with Yaxley, right? Anyway, they're going around using live recordings of private messages I had with Yaxley in 2021. When you can hear my kid in the background, because I was talking to him privately. And he aired my private messages out in the open. And you know what? I stand by everything I said. In the open. And you know what? I stand by everything I said. The messages I had with Yaxley in 2021. When you can hear my kid in the background, because I was Yaxley, right? Anyway, they're going around using live recordings of private messages I had with Yaxley in 2021.
This is a live stream, and there are 3 people on the live stream. There's Katie, Frank Jardim, Agent 19, and Tiffany Moser. This is now public. I will link it again out, okay? This is a public video. So I'm just going to play it here. Let's hit it. Let's listen what's going on.
All right.
This is the video that Kramer True History posted that Katie claims Yaxley recorded private audio where you could hear her kid in the background. You ready?
I said the word murder.
You said you said by my name and my ex-husband's name that he committed suicide because we recorded him. I never recorded Chang. Never
I didn't
once
even say that.
recorded
I didn't even say
You
that.
said it in your fucking video, you goddamn bitch.
You were just saying
Yeah,
that I
you
called
did.
you a murderer. Now I just proved that I never called you a murderer.
You implied that he committed suicide
didn't-
because of me. You said
Is that murder?
It's okay, Max. It's
Listen to
okay.
your poor kid,
You said
man.
I could, yeah, listen to my kid. Because you
Stop
come in here
screaming.
and start shit. I'm not
It's my
screaming.
fault. Oh, it's my fault that you're raging at me.
Well, you know what? Why don't you go over and talk about my child some more? That's why you
I don't ever talk about your
talking
kid.
about Matt.
I never
Yeah,
bring
you
up
do,
your kid.
Tiffany.
No,
You
I don't.
implied that he committed suicide.
Now let me play that for you again and let me lead you through something. Now, she says that Yaxley recorded this audio from private voice notes and shared them with Kramer. That's a lie. Kramer True History has gotten them from this stream that I posted. But this stream is Katie, Frank, and Tiffany. Now you can hear Katie says, it's okay, Max. But she's fighting with Tiffany, not Yaxley. This is not a pride. Look how she's misleading. And these idiots are going for it. So, but watch what she does to Tiffany. When she's embarrassed and she says, listen, it's okay, Max. And Tiffany says, listen to your poor son. She turns it and she says, yeah, go on, let's talk about my son. So she makes it so that you can't even admonish her for not looking after her own child. What she does is she makes you the bad person. You are the bad person because you pointed out her shortcomings and her failings as a mother. Now, it didn't matter what Tiffany was saying, because guess what? Nobody could hear Tiffany's kid in the background. You cannot hear any child, and I've never hear Tiffany's kids in the background. And I've been on a stream with her and she'll say, hey, I got to go. I promised the kids. And she's off. That's it. God, you never hear the kids. So let's now, with that in mind, listen how she tries to silence Tiffany and make Tiffany the bad person.
God,
You were
bitch.
just saying
Yeah,
that I
you
called
did.
you a murderer. Now I just
Never
I didn't
once
even say that.
reported
I didn't even
saying.
say that.
You said it in your fucking video, you goddamn bitch.
You were just saying
Yeah,
that I
you
called
did.
you a murderer. Now I just proved that I never
You
called you a
implied,
murderer.
you implied that he committed suicide
didn't-
because of me. You said
Is that murder?
it's okay, Max. It's
Listen to
okay.
your poor kid,
You said
man.
I could. Yeah, listen to my kid because you
Stop
come in here
screaming.
and start shit. I'm not
Oh, it's
screaming.
my fault. Oh, it's my fault that you're raging at me.
Well, you know what? Why don't you go over and talk about my child some more? That's why you all you ever do.
I don't ever talk about your
talking
kid.
about Matt.
I never
Yeah,
bring
you
up
do,
your kid.
Tiffany.
No,
You
I
are a
don't. You
piece
brought up
of
mine
shit.
though. You brought up mine though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You should
I
get your
never
kid.
Now, at this point, you would think that this woman would be so embarrassed that she would get off the stream because Frank is there to entertain the lovely Miss Moser. Why didn't she go and fuck off and look after that kid? That stream actually goes on for another, hang on, 32 minutes, 51 minutes, take away 32, Lisa, because you're very good with your maths over there. 52, take away 31. 21 more minutes you stayed fighting with Tiffany Moser. This was 3 a.m. in Kentucky. This wasn't voice notes between you and Yaxley. Why are you must know, you see, that you're a shit mother, and that's why you gotta, you see, if there was nothing wrong with what you were doing, Katie, you wouldn't have come up with that cover story of Yaxley recorded private audios. Why are you lying? Well, don't bother answering that because you'll have to tell me another lie. So anyway, shall we go back over to this one?
Yeah.
Here we go. So there's a little couple of more things in here she comes out with.
Well, you can hear my kid in the background because I was talking to him privately. And he aired my private messages out in the open. And you know what? I stand by everything I said. I don't care what people think about me. I really fucking don't care. I stand by every fucking thing I've said about anybody on fucking YouTube. I'm not scared of anybody on YouTube. I'm not. I'm just saying, don't be scared of anybody fucking on YouTube. And if somebody steps to you, clap back. You know, don't sit there and take it. Don't ever take it, especially with people like Tiffany Moser. Let's see. Oh yeah, he's definitely totally. Yeah. Hey, Penny. You were not a member of. I thought you were a member of TT6. You're not part of TT6 because I thought you were like you were a TT4, right? Yes, you're not TT6. You're a TT4. I remember the recordings of TT4. It was called TT4 at the beginning, and now it's TT6. Yeah, I remember that. I was never a member of that fucking group. Thank God.
You weren't invited.
I've never had one conversation with Glinda, aka Roman, ever in my life. But this fucking weirdo that Tiffany found he's a flat earther. He came from the flat earth community, okay?
Well, actually, it was Penny who found him, and Penny introduced him to Tiffany. And from there, I then got wind of him and found him a very funny, jolly fellow, to be honest with you. I was very... Did somebody speak then? Hang on.
Yeah, he's funny, all right.
No, he said, it was the funniest fucking year going. It must have been a perfect storm. But yeah, she's just so full of shit. So I've
read and write again. I'm still in physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy to this day. And this is why I really didn't do live streams, because my speech was really hard. And I'm getting my speech back. It's not 100%, but it's still, sometimes when I get, tired or stressed or I have a bad day or I have a seizure, my speech is really bad. But anyway.
I wonder what a bad day looks like for her.
Do you know what I thoroughly enjoyed? I looked at the statistics of a woman I put into AI, 45 to 50-year-old, 400 to 500 pound, stroke was the prognosis. And it said like 70% of them are either incontinent and sometimes they double incontinent. And I thoroughly enjoyed that. I love the thought that she's pissing and shitting herself. I don't wish her dead. I just want her to sit pissing and shitting and become welded to the sofa. It gives me great
I think she
pleasure.
already is, honestly. I honestly think she already is. You'd be hard to convince me otherwise. I think she is. She's
But what I don't understand, Tiffany, and you might be the only person who can explain it to me, because even a psychiatrist would just look at me like I was fucking nuts for asking. You know, like, she knows I've got that stream where the kid is screaming. Why does she keep repeating the lie after I've already embarrassed her several times with that recording, and now here we are again?
because she has new people around and who
Right.
don't double check on things, and they believe her.
What?
Makes
So
her
you
out to be a
tell her-
victim, despite all the contradictory proof to what she's saying. She has to convince a new group of people she's a victim every time this cycles around, right? So she has to repeat these same lies over and over to validate herself as to why she's constantly talking about you and I. Because if she doesn't have validation as to why she's constantly talking about us, then she looks like a freak.
Yeah, she's nothing to contribute to the hate group. Yeah, but look, this is the bit I don't understand. If I'm going to come out here now to try and con, let's say, Lisa Lake, say I want Lisa Lake to perceive a certain thing. Once you busted me out in a lie once, maybe twice with the same video, I would know that's a moot point and I'm not going to use it again. And I'm going to come up with a new lie if that was my bag. Why does she keep coming with the same whopper? Do you think there's a brain defect and she's not? Because come on, do you think she enjoys being busted out as a fucking liar? What's the buzz there, man?
Like she has some weird kink. I don't know. I think she's just so delusional and she's so convinced herself that she has that psychological fantastica or whatever it's called. Like she's convinced herself of these things at this point. Yeah. I think she's just that mentally ill where she just can't see the difference between reality and what she's said on repeat for decades, a decade now, really.
Well, I've spoken to a few people about little parts of this because, of course, there's some funny shit that is too funny to miss. And if I'm having a couple of cocktails somewhere, I might say a funny thing. But most people that I've spoken to, when I've told them how she sat on Frank Jardin's live with the picture of her daughter and mingled in with an old picture of her, and I explained the story, and then I showed them what was busted out and how she actually looked, every one of them have said, how the fuck does she still stick around? Anyone else would just close all their channels and never be seen again, surely. The lack of shame or embarrassment.
Yeah, because she doesn't have any of that shame because she has rewrote the history and all this stuff instead making herself a victim, and she gets positive reinforcement for it. It's like a child. It's like you keep.
That is so embarrassing. I'd fucking die. And my shame gene must be huge.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is all she has, Tracy. Think about it. This is literally all she has. She has.
And look how she rewrites it. She says, they make fun of me because I was obese because I had a stroke. No. You were obese and then you had a stroke. She tries to tie the obesity in to the stroke so that but yeah, it was okay for her to call people fat cunts and praying mantis and all of that shit.
Right.
He was likening you to a prepubescent boy.
Yeah.
And shit, why is that okay?
Yeah, she did. I mean, she did that from out of the gate. Before I even had a conversation with her, she was posting memes of me like that. I didn't even know her. But
we now know that she was sat there, £500 making fun of you. The psychology behind that is intriguing, isn't it?
It is. It is because
intriguing.
Because you know what it is. It's
looking at 3 cushions of the sofa, calling us names about our bodies. It's mental, isn't it?
Well, it's her own insecurities. You know what I mean? Her own insecurities are so deep. She has to project them out on other people. Otherwise, she doesn't feel okay about herself. It's the only option she has left. And she has to be, you know, a gigantic liar, basically. And I mean,
let's hit a little bit more, because there's a certain place I'm trying to hit you. I should have took notes.
Penny Bunny is really nice, and I like tacos and I like Wyoming. Let's see, of course, Trollop. I love Trollop. Yeah, Penny Bunny is a really nice person. I know they go around saying all kinds of things about Penny Bunny. Penny Bunny is not behind any accounts. Neither is Paula. Paula and Penny are not behind the Chroma True History channel. That's not them. You know, we know for a fact that person is Tony. And Tiffany outed it as being Tony because Yaxley told her it was Tony. That's why she said it on Nikki's live stream. It was Tony. I've been saying for day one, it was Yaxley and Tony. They're behind those accounts, just like the Ghost of Meth Tiff account. And Tiffany was part of that Ghost of Meth Tiff account too, but she was trolling herself as the Ghost of Meth Tiff account. She was.
Now, what she's doing is she's convoluting two different stories with two different storylines. A channel with a similar name, but she's trying to tie into one name. Show your proof. Like, I watched a Granny Franny video, and I'll tell you why I watched it stream. I don't know why the fuck I'm subscribed to them, but they had a very funny thumbnail, and the title of their stream was so intriguing I had to watch it. It was called Chasing Alts and Looking Fucking Stupid. And the fucking thumbnail was the picture of a goose being chased like a wild goose chase, and I roared, so I thought I gotta look what this stream is about. So I fucking hit play. And like he said, listen, why would this Tony be interested in us lot? We don't know who the fuck this Tony is. Why wouldn't he be attacking people in his own community? None of us know who the fuck he is, so it makes no sense. Nobody else is buying it, Katie. It's someone deep in that community. But I'm not here to argue about that. There's somewhere I'm heading on this stream. I was just trying to find the fucking thing.
The Ghost of Meth. It's true. That's true, Penny.
Yeah, Joe is funny, Lisa.
I'm trying to hit a certain spot.
Attacking Wyoming, attacking me, blaming me in Wyoming for going after poor old Nikki. I give a fuck about Nikki. Nikki bores me to death. I mean,
she bores you to death, yet she banned your accounts 3 times, and you even paid to be a member of her group, of her channel. And you were so upset at her choice of moderator, but you don't give a fuck about Nikki. Is that the Nikki you're talking about? The Nikki who, after she blocked you as Baby Jane, you made another account and went back. And then a third account. That one. I know the Nikki you're talking about.
This woman is fucking crazy, one. I mean, she doesn't even know me from Adam. I never did anything to her. She made up a lie saying I called people pedophiles in her chat. No, I did not. People that were in the chat that are moderators for her know that it was not my account that did that. Tiffany goes around impersonating me.
It was your account, Katie, and you had a big old fight about it, ending up shouting, why have you got him as a moderator, as if she had to explain to you, but you didn't care about that, Nikki.
How is she denying this? Is she stupid?
She's fucking thick. I've still got the video she made. I've still got all the screenshots of Wyoming saying, I'll never speak to Nikki again. They were in there again a month later, creeping up in fucking Nikki's ass. Katie was mad because she had become a member of the channel. Nikki hadn't moderated her, but she had moderated Glenn. That's the long and short of what her problem with Nikki was.
Make sure it's my channel, because Tiffany goes around impersonating people all the time.
Oh, I.
She has several accounts posing as me. Yeah. Anyway.
Is that like when you made a channel and threatened to cut your own son's throat, and you made a video of yourself showing your comment section, except for the video you claimed where the threat to your son was made? It said, this video is not finished processing. Please come back later. So how could somebody have left a threatening comment on a video that hadn't even processed? Only the owner of a channel could leave a comment on a video that hadn't processed, because YouTube don't put videos out into the public domain until they've processed. You mean like that?
I guess Nikki was was talking in the background to Yaxley for a number of amount of like a couple of months or whatever. And she had her mind made up about me before she even knew me, because she was taking Yaxley's word for everything.
That had
So,
nothing
she
to
was
do
going
with
around
anything.
accusing me of being a terrible parent. She said.
No, Yaxley already didn't like her. She'd already blocked her twice before Yaxley started speaking to her. Nikki just didn't like her. Some people you just don't like, Tiffany. We're not obliged to all like each other, but it
Nope.
doesn't mean we've got to have a fight with each other. It just means we just don't get along. I think that's what the problem was. I think her problem was that Roman Glenn was moderated and she wasn't.
I think it was
Because
Nikki
Yaxley
saw
had
through her.
private recordings I had on WhatsApp with him in
Huh?
2021.
Here we go. She's going to repeat the same story she just told 16 minutes ago. She's going to repeat it. Here we go.
So she was going around accusing me of being a terrible parent, she said, because Yaxley had private recordings I had on WhatsApp with him in 2021. He shared them with Nikki, and she's going around saying I'm a bad mother. You don't know nothing about me. My son is nonverbal. He's 12 years old. He's severely autistic, and he has Angelman syndrome. He's very happy. He's very loved. He's a blessing. I love him to death. And I'm always with him. I don't do drugs. I don't do alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. I'm always with my son 24/7.
We know.
He's everything to me. I know, Tiffany, you're online 24/7. You're in everybody's chat and everybody's business. You know everything about.
I defy you, anybody, to find any stream, any video where you hear Tiffany's son pipe up when she's effing and jeffing. I'll tell you something. Once my daughter, she was 16, 17 at the time, came in, and as Tiffany was speaking to me, we were talking on the phone or whatever, and she was on speaker. My daughter said, hasn't she got a beautiful voice, that lady? Because I'm on mute, Tiffany speaking. And with that, Tiffany called someone a fat cunt. I think it might have been Katie. I said, my daughter said, what a beautiful voice. Anyway, fat cunt. Oops, Daisy.
It had to have been Katie.
Yeah, it was perfect timing. It was fucking crazy.
That's funny.
About everybody, because you have no life. I have a life.
Oh.
I want to say this, Tiffany. I think it was sad that you and Tracy and Yaxley started to get involved with my lawsuit. I'm in a lawsuit right now with my son's school. I really can't go into that much because it's still under litigation right now. But my son and
what a pity that Glenn ripped 3 videos you made talking all about it, eh?
other students were abused by the special needs teacher at their middle school. It was caught on camera and it was caught on tape. And CPS came in and substantiated abuse against the school and the teacher. And I'm not going to apologize for being my own son's advocate and fighting for his rights. He has every right to go to school and have an education and be treated right. Because just
hang on,
Did you ask for an apology?
Hang on, your original story, because I've got it, is that his son was coming home with bruises for months, and we all questioned, because I've got the live stream with me and Glenn questioning why it took you so long. Because I'll tell you, you know, when even now, when my kids come home and say, or when my daughters say, oh, well, kids, is it? You know, we're a daughter. I say, have you been up there? Listen, I used to be up to school like a fiend if a kid manhandled one of mine. Yeah, Katie's son was supposedly coming home with bruises. The reason we questioned it is to Katie is, and I still question it, and I thank you for reminding me. I must do another email. And it's me doing it, me. I'm telling you now, it's me. I believe because of the lies you tell, I've just shown one where you say that Yaxley recorded private communication with your son screaming, and I've just shown that that was actually a public live stream. My concern is that the woman should be punished, and she should be punished to the full extent of the law, but for what she has done, Katie. And my issue with you, Katie, is you yourself say your son is non-verbal and that he can't communicate. So obviously, and you just said that you're his advocate, but his advocate has a propensity to telling big fat whoppers. So my concern is you're not very trustworthy. And I feel that the teacher could be ending up with more charges than she actually deserves, because it's not your son who's going to be telling, you're advocating for him. But you've proven to be a liar. I've just proven that you have accused a man of recording private conversations where your son was here, but it's a public stream. That's just one.
Oh yeah, I mean, we could be here all day with accusations, but why does she roping me into this? What is she claiming I'm doing?
It's me and Glenn. It was me and Glenn, and now it's me. I don't know whether Glenn's still on it. It was me and Glenn. I'm going to bounce back on it just because she said I did. I haven't. But I do think the defence have a right to know. I'm not disputing that any children were harmed. I'm just saying perhaps you need to cross-examine this one a little bit more than the other mothers, because she doesn't tell and she's not very good at keeping her lies straight.
Yeah.
That's all. That's it.
I
Katie.
see. Makes
And
sense.
it's me. Tiffany, listen, even if you disagreed with me, do you think I'm going to say you're okay then? Even if you say to me now, look, I don't agree with that, I'm going to say, well, she's saying I'm doing it, so I'm going to fucking do it.
Yeah. Well, this teacher who did this to the one kid, the mom sent a recorder in the kid's backpack and it recorded the audio. This woman's a monster. I mean, she's a horrific monster who does need to be punished to the full extent of the law. The litigation I think Katie's in is with the school district for the woman's already been prosecuted. This is a monetary.
Yes, financial. She's looking to gain financially.
Yes.
Now, look, if she'll lie for the attention of somebody like Wyoming and people like the community, the Kramer channel, people she doesn't know, if she will lie to get, say, how many people were on her live stream? 20? I don't know. If she'll lie for that, what do you think she's going to do for a couple of K?
Yeah,
For 20K,
I mean,
30K. What do you think
even
she's
just
capable of?
even just for the attention of being the mother of a victim, she's that demented.
Got all she's hitting too many red flags.
Yep.
The victim situation, the almost Munchausen kind of shit. It's like a weird variation of Munchausen, always the kids being attacked and you're going after my kid. You say to her in that audio, listen to your poor child. And she says, yeah, look what you've done. Come on.
It was disturbing because when you're friends with her, you have to hear that all the time. When you were friends with her, you heard that constantly. Yeah.
I swear on my kids' lives, I couldn't tell you how many times, but I can tell you it was more than 5, more than 6, maybe more than 8. I used to, her kid would be screaming and I'd say, do you want to go and deal with him? She'd say, no, he's okay, but I couldn't concentrate. So do you know what I'd do? I'd turn my internet off so it would cut the call. And then when she tried to call me, it couldn't connect. I'd say my internet went down. I couldn't stand it, Tiffany.
No, it would give me anxiety. I know what you mean. No, it was horrible to hear. I mean, it would give me literal panic attacks. Just so you know, just a heads up, Trace, I only have about 10 more minutes and
carry on. I can soldier this one on. I'm gonna make the most of fucking thrashing this cunt.
Just because he's special needs, he deserves to have an education and be treated like a human.
Yeah, we did all that.
Follow me. Unsubscribe. I'm not subscribed to Tiffany. I don't follow her. I don't follow Tracy. I don't follow Yaxley. I don't care. I don't follow Glenda. But they follow me everywhere I go, right? It takes all of you.
What?
I haven't seen Glenn for ages. I haven't seen Yaxley since before Christmas on here. I speak to Yaxley. And I haven't been around for about 3 weeks.
Well, I sure as hell don't follow any of them and talk to any of them. And the thing is, too, with this is if she's going to get a restraining order, I mean, you think she'd be keeping tabs on what I do. No. So how is she aware of all this harassment, all these things going on in my channel? She's not subbed to any of us.
Yeah. Nothing she says makes fucking sense.
Logic is a luxury that has been lost on her.
And you know what? I don't care. I'm still standing up laughing at you guys. They're jokes, honestly.
Sitting.
You had to find the biggest cards, Tiffany. to find the fucking-
Nobody has to come out and tell you that they're still laughing and they're happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. She's a bit too, I don't know.
battles for
So
you.
we're selling it.
And you know what, Tiffany? You're not getting any.
Yeah.
You're not getting any younger. And look at your fucking face.
Oh,
Oh my God, the meth has taken a toll on you.
When
used to be
she see my
cute. You used to be
face?
very nice looking. You did. Like, you're missing teeth now, and your fucking hairline is in the middle of your scalp now. What the fuck, dude?
When
I
has
mean,
she
you're 5
seen
years
me?
younger than me, and I look like I'm 10 years younger than you.
she says you're 5 years. She says you're 5 years younger than me. Now, Tiffany hasn't got time tonight, but I'm going to cut to something a little bit. I can come back and do this again, but I want to share this tab. Well, so this is, yes, this is the right one. So you just heard her glowing references
Moser's always been racist.
to Yaks.
Always. She told me she hated black people before.
No,
What?
I get
Yeah, no, I want to get to the bit where she tells him how she's far more beautiful than you.
I've
and
never said I
slimmer.
hated black people to anybody in my life. She is
Yeah.
weird.
Her skating and using her vagina as currency. She cares about them. She's got a problem with the person she's targeting, and she uses that as her reason to do it. She doesn't give a shit. Do you think she cares about, she's smart. Tiffany's
So
not.
this is Katie
Fact. I look better
talking.
than
Oh,
Tiffany.
here we go, and I hit the sweet spot. So to set the scene, you've just heard her talking about Yaxley and what a dastardly fellow he is, and how awful he is, and she's got him marked up. So to set the scene, Katie's been hiding. It's been a decade. Nobody knows that she looks like a snowman. There's just a big round head and a fucking big round body. There's no other shape to it. It's just a big blob. Now, she's talking to Yaxley, but she's been photoshopping her daughter using her daughter's picture with a picture of her mixed together to create this hybrid that she claims is her. Now, at the time of this recording, as she's talking to Yaxley, this heinous man, at the time of this recording, we now know she was between £450 and £600. I say she was £550, but there we are. She was between £450 and £600.
She couldn't walk. Julie's chat room calling me a bad mother. Her telling her messages to Charlotte Rules saying I hog tied my kid and drugged my kid.
And that was actually Lynn Brinley who said that on my live stream. But anyway,
I'm an evil person and calling me fat and everything else. Truth is, Tiffany, I look better than you. That's a fact. I look better than Tiffany, and I'm 5 years older than her, and I look younger. And that's the thing, though. It's like I've never really put my parents out there. I don't put myself on camera. It's because I'm not here for that. I'm not here to use YouTube as a dating website. I'm not here to try to be, I'm not like that. It's like I try to be intelligent and I just don't like, you know what I mean? It's just never been my thing to do. I am very, very camera shy, but it's because that's just my personality and my nature. But typically what I do online, I really don't want to put too much of my own information out there. So if these people want to think that I'm like this 500-pound disgusting obese person, fine, let them. But I'm not. And the only reason Tiffany's running around saying that and claiming she saw me is because she's fucking jealous. Period. She wanted to force my hand to go in camera so that she could have a beauty contest with me. And I'm just above that. If you want to feel like you're the pretty one, Tiffany, great. You need that because you have low self-esteem. I don't. I know my worth and I know my value.
no, I'm
And
not.
I don't really
It's
care
just
what any of these
better.
people think about me. No, I know that. I know that. But it's just, I mean, I wanted
Why is
you
she
to see
talking to
that
me
you're
directly in these
friends
private
and I
messages?
trust you. It's just like it's really hard when you have these people, and it's Tiffany Moser that was the one who started the whole Katie's fat thing, and it just, I mean, All it was, you want to know what it was about? Because she was
Remember, guys, none of us know she's a 500 pounder. She's telling everyone she's 19 pounds, 119 pounds. She's trying to make Yaxley want a bit. She sent him the picture of the daughter. You are.
she was jealous back in 2016 when her and Forrest Jameson had a relationship. And Forrest started talking to me behind this. I wasn't friends with Tiffany at the time. I mean,
Now, there's another lie. You actually were friends with Forrest Jameson. And because Forrest became friends with Tiffany, that was your first attack of her. That's why you went after the grandfather and that. You were jealous because he told you on fucking Sunday. You stupid fat bastard. How much more humiliation do you want? Because I can humiliate you with something rotten. I've got it all. I chose to hide it because I was trying to take my channel in another direction. But I don't mind embarrassing you. I don't mind showing everyone you sending Yaxley the picture of your daughter and you morphed. And I don't mind showing me and Tiffany unmorphed in that picture. I don't mind showing you sat on Frank Jardim saying, yeah, do you mind if I share your picture? Yeah, go on. Go on, even you were 500 pounds. Don't you feel silly?
And Tracy, I have to hop down, but I'll be listening. I'll be in chat, okay?
Cool.
Okay, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Aren't you even embarrassed? Even a little bit, like for real, I'd fucking die. I couldn't come out. I couldn't. That would be it. I would never be seen again. I'd fucking crawl at my own asshole. This is fucking cringe. This is delusional. I haven't been here for 3 weeks. If you saw my history, it's full of I like Redacted, I like Double Down Media. The Palestine stuff been so the Israel fucking nonsense and this Iran war. It's too exciting out there. This fucking wanting to be worrying that Joel's talking about some fucking sausage from a year before. Really? Tell me you haven't got a life without telling me. You look at the fucking streams. And I put into chat about channels, and I said, what do you think the views? Now, on one of Joel's, he's got like 80 views, which is a good day for Joel. 80 views, Glenn FEVBC, 80 views. But if you look, let's say there are those 80 views, right? When people go back and forth commenting, that counts as another view. So let's say Katie Penny and fucking probably Braden. I don't know who's commenting over there. Oh, I'm sure Wyoming is. They all suit each other. You can tell, birds of a feather. So let's say 5 of them go back and forth, and let's say they leave 5 comments. Okay? So then Joel's going to go and respond to those 5 comments. So there's another 5 visits. There's 10 views that are nothing to do with watching the video. They're to do with the comment. And let's say the person then returns and at best thumbs up. There's 15. Now, if they then make another comment, well, you're up to 20. That's how it works. The fact of it is Joel's shouting into a little echo chamber the kind of audience he's hitting. Now, I don't know whether he thinks, oh, well, because I'm a fucking, you know, one day my news will be big and everyone will realise what a wonderful fucking journalist I am. I don't know what the fuck's in his head. Nobody cares. He's a big, I wouldn't imagine that anybody who's looking for a reference on anyone is going to want to go to a channel where the person calls himself Glenda FEVBC and posts things about Tracy and her vegetarian sausage. You know, I doubt that'd be the kind of place where you'd go and get your news. It's not like the fucking People's Pen or anything like that, is it? It's like YouTube. It's a cruddy little channel. But anyway.
You were on Jess K's panel, Tiffany, and you came on the panel because you wanted to assault Wyoming. She answered your questions numerous times. She said she was sorry. She said she was sorry to Nikki multiple times. You know, you wanted to bully her because you think you can. You're not going to bully Wyoming. Not around me, bitch. Not around me.
What are you actually going to do, you big fat cunt? Seriously. You talk this marvellous fight. It reminds me of when you were wanting to fight me, Glenn. Come on, I'll fight you all. The only thing you would win is an eating contest. Let's be real. You could probably slam more burgers in and more pints of fucking, ironically, probably Diet Pepsi. You always see those sorts. They think if they drink the Diet Pepsi, they can eat the 3 loaves of bread, 24 eggs, 16 fucking packets of bacon, 13 packet of Cheerios. Come on. Who you fucking kidding? You want to come out and bitch? Now I'm going to... And here's the funniest part is, I'm going to go off on my business. I haven't been able to go out for fucking days. Well, I have been out, but, you know, out. And I had this illness that fucking walloped me and took me off my feet for a bit. Plus, it's been pissing down torrential rain and fucking freezing. I'm chomping at the bit to be out and about. But there's so much other stuff. And I actually started reading Rise Up and Kill First. I've had to keep a little notepad to make notes because it's so hard going to fucking go back and forth. But there's other things to do, Katie, than have imaginary fights with people that aren't even taking any notice of you. Why didn't you just crank up a stream and just say, I just thought, look, we could all hang out and chit chat and look, I found this funny video, or what do you think of this song? Why couldn't you just do that? Why have you got to create these crazy stories? You got this victim thing. That's why I'm concerned for the teacher dealing with you. Hang on one sec. I'm going to placate. Roger.
You're going around saying, well, I'm going to call the cops on Wyoming. Then do it, bitch. What are you waiting for? Yaxi's the one that posted your pornography everywhere. Why are you and Jeff not taking it up with people in the UK? It's against the law for people in UK to post porn anyway, like revenge porn. Why are you not taking it up with people in his country? He's the one that did it. And I want to wrap my mind around something, Tiffany. I mean, you know, countless times your news have leaked everywhere. Since 2016, your nudes and your porn have leaked and leaked and leaked. You would think after one time not to do it again, but you do it countless times. You're sending these nude pictures to everybody, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe it leaked. Oh my God, I'm a victim. Oh my God, you're not a victim. You know what? The same kind of insanity you do every fucking, it doesn't matter. The only thing that changes is the guy's name. You've done this to, let me see, your countless boyfriends. Dr. Dissent, Forrest Jameson.
Here, what's this?
Sebastian Bentley, James D, Kitty KPZ, Yaxley, Lycan Legion. Posting up images of duffel bags with drugs in it, saying he's a drug.
I'm looking for a specific spot. Go on and watch it.
Remember that I took out your 4 channels in one day? You want to play that game with me, Tiffany? You want to? I always win. You know that. I always win. Every time you go after me, I always win, Tiffany. That's why you won't face me. You never face me. Let's see here.
This is the mother of a child who's special needs.
Yep.
Who's had a brush
that
death.
happened. They were going around supposedly emailing the attorneys trying to say that I abused my own son and stuff like that. I've never lost custody of my children, Tiffany. You have multiple times. Yes.
Nobody's disputing that the teacher was abusing children. What the dispute is whether you are trustworthy to give evidence in a court of law. Look at the lies you will tell just to get a what? How many thumbs up did you actually get? How long did the buzz last? Now I'm just going to start flying all my shit out. I'm just going to carry on with my business. I won't even miss a beat. This is so old hat. The minute I heard your stream, I knew, right, that video's there. Debunk it with that. Got all Yaxley's voice notes here of you creeping and telling him how beautiful you are, and I'd rather be intelligent and flirting with him.
At CPS, remove your children at least. And what does he do? He goes on Mickey's live stream and says, Katie's a bad person. Well, you know what? It's fine. If you think I'm a bad person, okay, I don't care. I stand by every fucking thing I said. I don't flip-flop around. If I don't like you, I don't like you. I don't pretend to like you if I don't like you. And Tiffany, I don't like you. I'll never like you. I think you're the most you're
I mean, I knew her, but me and Forrest started talking. But that's how this bitch rolls. She does that shit, guys. She moves way fast. And then when they get all like, wow, this girl really likes me. Oh, I think I can have a future with her. Then she pulls.
You sound like, you know what you sound like to me? As I listen to the voice notes between you and Yaxley, it reminds me of the girl in school, and the boy has chosen who he's gone to go to prom with, or who he enjoys eating lunch with, or who he's going to ask to be his girlfriend, whatever. And you're in this competition because you're selling yourself, saying, yeah, I'm not fat, you know, this is just a lie that Tiffany made up because she's jealous. Yeah. It's like you're telling this boy all the reasons why you're a better fit. That's what this reminds me of. I don't know.
He was until she doxed him and put it all over the get even. And that bitch, after what she did and said about my kid, we will never be square. Because she's a dishonest and disloyal person. To blur out anything that shows nudity and show it in its entirety and say, listen,
Oh, hang
stop
on.
until we fucking drop the dime on her. And I know the struggle is real with that.
So, to Katie, this is where I wanted to be. In your stream last night, which I'm going to do in a better way, but I'm getting bored with this, to be honest with you. I'm busting to know what Israel is saying and how they're feeling and who's doing what. It's just so much more interesting than all this shit. So, hang on. Now, you were in the earlier part of the stream, you were saying that Yaxley had shared her porn, and therefore that meant that you and Wyoming could save and share this stuff. Now, remember, it's not porn, it's actually private videos. So let's listen to what you were saying to Yaxley now to set the scene. Yaxley doesn't know this woman from Adam. She's just started hitting on him and telling him how good looking she is, how she's much better looking than Tiffany, much slimmer than Tiffany. Remember, she's 500 pounds at this point, and how she's a much better person than Tiffany. Let's listen to what she says about revenge porn here, shall we? Aren't you glad you played, Katie?
That. How dare her go and attack a junkie to defend another junkie and use that as her justification to attack a woman? No, I'm not having it. Fuck her. And Tiffany has become really good friends with Debbie Cray Cray. She was defending Debbie Cray Cray and Baubles too. She's using Baubles and Cray Cray as a reason to go after Sharon because she has to have somebody to fight with all the time.
Send me the screenshots. I want to see what Tiffany said because I'm going to fuck Tiffany up.
Yeah, she needs to be destroyed. She's never going to stop until we fucking drop the dime on her. I personally think you should go live and you should drop everything she's ever sent you, everything. I would even show the still images that don't show nudity to prove that she sends fucking nasty porn. I think you should out her on everything and be done with that. She's fucking lying about everything.
So hang on. You're saying that you actually shared his stuff, but here you are when Yaxley was a newbie over to this community and didn't know any of us, and here you were telling him you should drop everything, blur it out, everything. And that was why you fell out with Yaxley, wasn't it, Katie? You fell out with Yaxley because you demanded Yaxley gave you all the private videos that Tiffany had exchanged with him, and he refused. He showed you a partial one and you recorded it behind his back, and you tried to share it with me on Google Plus, and I said, what the fuck? And you said, I got that by recording it. I'm not supposed to have it. I was being shown it in the StreamYard, but I got the recorder out. You recorded it. You advised him how to deal, because that's what you were doing, isn't it, Katie? Now, I could go on and on and on and on and on here. It could be endless, but and I'm only halfway through your fucking stream. You're a boring fat cunt. You listen, everybody gets away from you. You don't matter how much you paint. Yeah, we know back in the day that you would be, oh, my best friend agent, and oh, thank you for my wonderful Valentine present, and oh, you'd be making him a love song. We all can see now all you're clinging to is somebody like Joel, some tranny, like, I don't know what the fuck you would, what compartment you put it in is fucking weird is all I know. He's a fucking weirdo. He pretended to be a female and had me fucking sending pictures of my fucking grandchildren, believing that I was speaking to a female. You can say, oh, he is a female, I've spoken, shut up. And here's something I'm going to leave you a thought with. What do Frank and Kate and Joel, Glen Effie, VBC, have in common? Well, I'm going to tell you, apart from the fact that they're both fucking weirdos, and Frank must be laughing, mind, because he's managed to kind of unhook himself for the main part by claiming to be gay. He haven't at least got to put up with her, you know, because it was quite clear that she was, how much she was wanting. It was pathetic. Hello, Nikki. You all right? Haven't seen you all for a while. I've been fucking laid low, and to be honest with you, the news in the mornings, Lisa, how mad is it? I see your comment earlier about Palestine prescription. They're fucking appealing it, the government. That's how pathetic it is. I don't know whether you've been following the Massey drop this morning. That was quite insane. And the bit that's upset me most is knowing that they've been fucking sending biological material through the shipping fucking containers. And you think how many Palestinians have gone missing? How many Palestinians have been returned without their livers and kidneys? You don't fucking bear thinking about what this bunch have been up to. You fucking seriously don't. So we're back now at the end. I've been going for 3 hours and 13 minutes, but if we spread that over 3 weeks, it works out at about an hour and 3 or 4 minutes a week. And now I'm going to leave you raging, Katie, and desperately regurgitating all this shit and bollocks. They said I got no feet. No, one person said you got no feet, and we all laughed. Glenn said you had. No, it wasn't. Forrest Jameson said he believed you had diabetes and lost your feet. Glenn then fucking found it hilarious, and we all then started bouncing off each other and made funny jokes. Only you would act like that was harassment. I wouldn't give a fuck if you said I had 100 feet. I wouldn't care if you said I had no hair. It doesn't matter because I know it's not true. That's why when everyone was kicking off of, Tony calling people names, I don't care. When fucking, what's her name? Denise called me a prostitute madam, and a butch prostitute madam, if you don't mind, and made out I was running a fucking gang of prostitutes. I didn't care. Do you know why? Because it's not true. It doesn't matter if an old lady in her 80s wants to think I'm a prostitute and I run a fucking brothel. I'm happy with that. Let her think it. Well, don't hurt me, because I'm not. It doesn't matter. It's not. Nobody's ever going to believe it. Nobody in my world is going to say, oh my God, did you see that? She's running a fucking brothel. It's not going to happen. It doesn't matter. So, anyway, that was me. Joel now, if you think he's been making, I worked it out, or that's what I wanted to leave you with. On ChatGPT, I got it to work out how many hours Joel progresses to YouTube, and it did a counter. And what it said was he's doing what is tantamount to a 40-hour week. If you look, he posts 4 or 5 videos in a week, usually along the weekend. And if you say that because he's used to doing his reporting, and it's quite similar to setting out a newspaper, he gets his storyline and lines it all up. He's probably now streamlined how quick he can get a video out. But he got to do his pink pause and do his little write-up. He's probably got it down to, let's say, 2 hours of video. Right, so 2 hours of video in the making, and then, so that's 10 hours a week. And then there's the going back and forth and commenting, and it don't bear thinking about. He's doing 40 hours a week to entertain the likes of Wyoming. That's his target audience, for fuck's sake. It's fucking nuts. Yeah, Denise. Listen, last week I couldn't even, I'll show you my stats. It was insane. My blood sats were at 85 from some kind of a fucking weird ass virus that just kept coming and coming. It was fucking, and of course it don't help that I won't stop smoking the weed. So that's me done. Joel, 40 hours a week to maintaining, you just look a stupid cunt. You know, you reduce now to making videos about sausages. You're so pathetic. It's just so utterly beneath me. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for any time that I gave you. I know, though, that it gives me great pleasure. I know how boring it is speaking to Katie. It's like one of her streams. Speaking to Katie in real life is like her streams. She goes on and on and on about the same things. Now, if you're lucky, you can catch her in a lie here and there, which is always good fun, because I'm sure you're spreadsheeting all those, aren't you? Comprat. Is that where you got that from in your interest in the Nazi shit? Compromise. A friendship is a situation where you harvest as much information as you can out of them and file it all away. So I guess from that point of view, it's quite funny. for you because she's a fucking habitual liar. But I know how boring it is, and I know that there's not much laughs to have, and it's tedious. And I know that there's never any surprise, there's never any funny conversation. It's the same old shit. Poor Max, and oh, sweetie. Oh, God, I can tell you, we all landed where we needed to be. And on that happy note, I know that if you can make that many videos about me and I'm not even around, and to the point where you're reduced to having to, talk about whether a sausage is vegetarian or not, when I've never said I'm total vegetarian. I'm a flexitarian. I eat good meat. I eat hand-reared meat. I eat meat that has been treated right and killed correctly. Not halal with some fucking screaming person fucking doing weird shit because it's in their head. So that was a total waste of fucking time. And on that note, my last message to you all, and I'm leaving you. I fucking love this tune. It's so good. This is my message to you, and I marry you till the next time.
Hate me if you want.
Oh, I gotta get it at the right speed. This song is so cool. I've only just discovered it, and I can't fucking get enough of it.
I don't care anymore. I won't change who I am just to fit through your door. It is what it is. I made peace with that. 0 fucks to give, and I'm not looking back. I don't care. You can talk all night when I'm not around. I'm staying busy building something real on solid ground. I'd rather stand alone with my truth intact than bend my spine again just to earn you back. Every scar I earn reminds me what's real. Every lesson learned costs blood and years. I don't hate nobody, I just don't pretend. I learn where I stop and where I end. Hate me if you want, it's fine with me. My hands stay dirty, my mind stays free. It is what it is, I won't explain that shit. 0 fucks to give, yeah, I live with it. I didn't lose my heart, I just drew the line. And for the first damn time, life is mine.